Welcome to Pew Pew Bang, a video game podcast that is also a slumber party. We're talking games, we're sharing stories, and dishing out life advice. My name is Kelsey Lewin, and joining me we've got Janet Garcia.
Ooh.
Haley Maclean.
Ooh.
And Sarah Podzorski.
Squaw.
What the hell?
You know what time it is, girls?
I don't know what that was supposed to be. A bird, a raven, a crow.
There's crows in scary games. You know what time it is? It's October. There's only one type of podcast you can do in October, and that is playoff baseball. Just kidding. It's horror games. And
that's what we'll do next year.
Well, I mean, look, I know a lot more about playoff baseball than I do about horror games because I'm a big baby, and when things get scary, I quit. So you guys are gonna have to help me out a little bit today. But let's talk about horror games. We'll start with a question for me. What's a good baby's first horror game?
Ooh. That's okay. I think you definitely need to start with something that actually has like a more scare element, because obviously there's games that have like spooky vibes, like Crow Country or something like that, like which is like an indie horror game that came out recently, but that's not really like going to get you to graduate to that next level. I think it's not that scary, so I worry this wouldn't be scary enough, but the supermassive choice-based games are kind of like getting into some of that. That could be a thing. If not, I would just say, if not that, maybe like Resident Evil, but 4, where it's more action.
I was gonna say Resident Evil 4.
I've played 5, which is not scary.
You did a co-op with like a partner, I'm guessing?
I did. I played it co-op, and yeah, not particularly scary.
I was gonna say Little Nightmares, because it's like cutesy, small.
I like that one.
Like, there is genuinely upsetting imagery in that, so it's kind of working you up to not just be pure like goo goo gaga. It's not just only that, but it's still scary and it's fun. It's like when your sibling chases you up the stairs, it's the most you'll be scared, but it's still overall scary.
Yeah,
no body horror.
That's a good
stuff.
One. Is there body horror?
A little bit.
There's like some
Maybe
weird
a little
looking. There's like
weird
a little
proportions,
bit, but yeah.
But no one's like face gets ripped off.
I don't think anyone's limbs getting cut off though.
No. Yeah.
What's weird is that I can do gore. I just can't do like
body.
I don't know how to articulate the difference, but like I can do, like when someone's hand gets cut off or whatever. Like, was that Resident Evil 7?
8.
Is that 8?
Yeah,
8.
I mean,
like that was fine. Other than the surprise part of it, but like, well, I couldn't play 7. I could barely watch 7 because the like cannibalism stuff really messed with me. So I don't know. I don't really know what the difference is, but
you don't like
limbs are fine.
Have you played 8 or have you just seen like Resident
I
Evil
watched 8? I watched 8. I did not play.
I feel like that
problem.
counts.
It's like
I've watched some horror games like that.
Me too.
Okay.
I like watching horror games.
I guess also a good beginner one. Or not beginner. That House of Bendito is horrifying, but the rest is more normal, I think. Like more of a leveling up to something scarier. I think another one that I'd throw on the pile for like beginner horror games or games that maybe again like have a little bit more action focus. I think Dead Space could be good in that regard. It is pretty scary though.
I've never played them.
Yeah,
it's kind of scary.
Remember the ads? Your mom won't let you look at this stuff. It's intense. I was like,
too scary.
Your mommy.
I think my
problem
problem
they
is
made
like,
it again. They said mom doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, they're like,
I don't want to keep playing when things are just like crazy tense. Like that's just like not enjoyable for me, but it does mean that I can watch it. Okay. Like as long as I'm not the one that has to keep like peering around the corner, I can like watch it. And so I have experienced several horror games. The amount that I have played is close to 0.
Yeah.
Or at least played more than like a little bit of.
Okay. What if you played Killer in Dead by Daylight and then you're the scary? It low-key kind of works. Because you're like, I'm the thing that's scaring everyone. This isn't so bad. And you get to see the other side of the curtain. And then everything else is easier by comparison.
Well, because you just know that's like another person, too.
Yeah. It's still
I don't think scarier.
Survivor it can be scary, but like you kind of get used to it after a while, but there's certain killers that are really scary. Like Ghostface and Michael Myers, like the stealth ones, because you'll just be like, la, 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 and then all of a sudden they just like grab you, with, like there'll still be jump scares and stuff. But the ones that have terror radiuses where you can hear their heartbeat, like you know they're coming for 10 seconds before they get to you and stuff like that. So you can kind of like run away, and it's just tag. It's just tag with more steps. But if you're the killer, then that's not scary, but you're still in a horror game, just as a warm-up. I'm trying to warm her up to horror.
Kelsey, when you say you watch people who've played horror, is this like on stream? Is this like in your house, like someone's playing and you're watching, or like what's the context of? Because I think
like the Resident Evil games, I've mostly just watched like boyfriends and stuff play.
What if you do a little pass the controller action? Because that's how 7's really scary, like RE7. And it's funny because I played it, and I'm not a big horror person, but I'll dip into like the more like general, like super popular horror, like Resident Evil, but I can't like the really sicko stuff, like the actual like hardcore horror fans. I'm like, I can't walk with you down that alley
or something.
Yeah, like whatever. Ugh. The people who are like, I can't do that. So, but I can do regular stuff. And 7 is really scary. And when I was watching, like my fiance can't do horror either, and he tried playing 7 and he like just couldn't do it. But when I was rewatching him play it, I'm like, this is way scarier than I even remember it being. And I think part of that is because I played with my friend Jess, shout out to Jess, who we also had a podcast together at one point. But we played back and forth past the controller, and like having someone to like take some of the gameplay stress off, but also like you can kind of work together, made it kind of more like of a fun activity than of a, oh my God, like I'm just here and I'm waiting to be scared.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what my partner and I did for the Last of Us series, because I'm terrified of zombies. So we would just pass off. Like, I played all the killing people parts, and then whenever a clicker showed up, I just gave him the controller, and we beat that game.
Nice.
Both of those games that way.
Wait, what is everyone's, like, the thing that you can't do in horror, or the thing that gets you the most?
I can't do it.
That's rough, because there's a lot of those.
Everything.
Yeah.
Especially literally every game.
Yes. The answer is yes.
2010s, it was like zombie, one Dracula game. Zombie.
Yeah, zombies really were like having such an era, and it was like, I'm kind of glad that that's dying down a little bit. I don't mind zombies, but it's like, it gets tired.
They're undying down.
Oh, Kelsey, you jokester. I think really intense first person horror. And I know Resident Evil has like it moved more towards first person, but like I was playing an indie game. I can't even remember what it was called. I'll try to find the name of it maybe, but it was like first person, you're in the woods. There's like a scary like tape, and then there's something like super disempowered, something lurking. Like I just can't do it. I have to look into it. I have to dig for it. It's funny because
Slenderman, is it?
No, it's not Slenderman, but Slenderman I also can't really do.
Which game was it? That?
Yeah, there was.
No, it's not that. That game was really rough. That was I remember the game. I don't think that the scare factor was the problem on the Blair Witch game, but I'll try to dig for it. It was an indie title, and I remember that because over the podcast I do Indie Council, Mike is our resident sicko, and he's like really into the horror stuff. So like when I see a game that's like a Mike game, I'm like, I shouldn't play that. That's not for me. That's for like, hey Mike, what kind of scary stuff is going on here? I think that's my limit. Like, I guess having to like constantly like hide from a big monster, and I don't have any like weapons or things. I'm just trying to figure out the game, because it's like I'm stressed about figuring out how to play the game, and I'm stressed about dying in the game, and I'm like, too much stress. You got to pick a struggle. I can't do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do like the getting chased, or even like the slow chase. So like the Mr. X was really hard for me. The Lady D wasn't as bad.
She's fun.
But yeah, she's a little fun, but it's still like the idea that something is constantly moving towards me and I have to move away stresses me out.
Even if they're slow?
Even if they're slow, just the knowledge that they're there and they're coming is stress that gives me anxiety. And then it's like, and like the Resident Evil 8, that like baby house with the baby monster.
That was like the peak horror for me, where it's like, if there's a game that was that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, if that was a whole game, I can't do that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Even for just the segment, it was like the scariest thing I've experienced in a Resident Evil game.
I'm glad
it had
was
a layer
so
of body
short,
horror as well.
Because it was very scary. But like it was a good scary because I got out of it.
Yeah. And it was a great part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about how
like the
obsessed game
mannequins
devs are
too?
with mannequins? I was literally just saying that. Every
Because
game
there's
developer everywhere is like mannequins.
the
everywhere.
Resident Evil mannequins where like
Ugh.
you look away and you hear them like crawling towards you, and then you look back and they stop.
And they're like,
What
Yeah.
Scary.
the origin of that is? I probably could have done some research before this episode, but I wonder what the origin.
mannequins?
Like, was there just one guy who was really freaked out by mannequins as a kid, and then it became a trope?
Well, I
feel
think
like-
it said it has like a human silhouette, right? But it's
Yeah.
not human.
and I low-key think that's probably easy to
Or
develop
isn't.
because it's just a body with no
Yeah.
extra details. It's like the easiest thing to animate.
But you can
probably.
still rig it like you rig other characters.
Yeah. So then it's just like moving around. I hate them.
Too scary.
It's everywhere. That's like most of the enemies in Silent Hill F are mannequins too. They just adopted it as the main enemy. I can't stand the Doctor Who angel thing though of like turn around, huh?
No.
And then they change and
And they move and you're like, oh,
I
gotta
hate
keep
that.
your eyes on
That
them.
freaks me the hell out. Little
Yeah. I
Nightmares
can't
has
do
a little
intense-
bit of that.
That's the jump
also,
scares
like-
for me.
That's just like booze in Mario.
Oh, yeah.
No, but
or
it's way
like-
worse. Because I think with Mario, because you can see him all the time. Like,
I
especially
guess
if it's
that's
2D.
true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously 3D, like, it is a little different.
Yeah.
But also, like, he, like, barely hurts you. And he doesn't get, like, the scare doesn't change. Or, like, the fear, the threat of the boo doesn't change. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want him to touch me because I'll get hurt. And then he's, like, slowly going towards you. While, like, I feel like in horror, obviously there's the scare of, like, you take damage and, like, oh, like, game over or whatever. But, like, it's also just the fear of just being scared. Of, like, something's coming. I don't know when it's coming. Like, as from, like, the jump scare factor of those things where it's, like, stuff moving around I think is really the threat of it.
Mm-hmm.
But Kelsey, of the games you've watched and or played a little bit of, which one is your favorite? Even if you haven't finished it totally.
Well, I mean, like, I liked Resident Evil 5, but I would not classify that as a horror game. Like, that was a fun co-op action game that sometimes had some spooky monsters in it. That's not really, like, I don't think that counts. I think it's probably maybe Resident Evil 7 or 8. Like, I really liked watching both of those, but could not have possibly played them myself. Or at least segments of the game. I would have been like, no, thank you. I also played a little over half of Into the Deep last year when that game came out. That's what it's called, right? Into the Deep.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That one has like a scary runaway segment at the very end.
Yeah, and that's like genuinely I stopped playing. So like it takes place on like a Scottish oil rig, and the setting's really fantastic and everything. And then there is just kind of like monster that is growing and eating everything and becoming bigger and creepier and more like just bunches of bodies and flesh clumped together, which is stuff I don't love. And by the time that was like chasing me in dark corridors where you have to like hide and like throw things to distract it and stuff, I got a little bit into those segments and I was just like, I'm gonna watch the rest on YouTube, and I did, and it was great.
You guys all liked mouth washing, right? Or Janet and Sarah, you guys like mouth washing,
Oh,
right?
I still need to play that.
Is that I really want to play that. I just haven't had time.
I like mouthwashing. I like horror games because like mouthwashing is like a horror game, but it's not in the same aspect that like Outlast is a horror game, right?
Yeah.
For mouthwashing, it's like this: you're all stuck on a spaceship that's lost power, and it's the unsettling thing is like the other people on board, and not
It's like
there is no
existential
external
horror.
Yeah, and then it's just it's like a really well done game.
There's maybe a couple other vibe. Yeah, I don't want to like spoil it, but it definitely has moments that are scary, but like I definitely agree with you, Sarah, in the sense that there are many flavors to horror, and that one is more like narrative walking sim. Like it's not like a constant threat all the time. Yeah, and honestly, like it's funny because that in that game, the scariest thing that happened to me was like I turned and just another character happened to be standing there. I don't even think it was supposed to be scary, but I was like, oh my God, Anya, why are you standing right behind me? Because I was like really focused on, I think I was like trying to open something and I got like really like focused on that. And I think that's kind of also a fun like thing I enjoy in horror games is it can sort of get you so hyper focused that it like tricks you into like, you're so focused on one thing that you let your guard down in another category. And like I don't think every single great video game needs to like hold my attention so firmly, and that's how you know it's great, because I never want to like, you know, turn around and acknowledge the people in the room or look at my phone or anything like that. But I do think there's something to like how affecting and immersive like horror can be in that regard, and I do really like enjoy that part of it where you're like really locked in on the moments that you're locked in, and then you have like these kind of maybe like natural break points that sort of break things up a little bit, where it's like, oh, this is the part where either whether it's like a safe room where it's like, oh, I'm safe in here, or it's you can just kind of tell that like just did a big thing or a boss, and now we can kind of just relax for a bit until the next big beat happens.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like horror games. Mostly because I feel like they can get really goofy. You know, like a Resident Evil 4 or like a Crow Country. It's like a really great excuse to just have so many different backgrounds and settings to video games that I feel like you don't get a lot. It's like Crow Country is like the abandoned amusement park, and it's like Resident Evil 4 is like, wow, I'm in a castle, and it's got all this weird stuff because it's scary. And then yeah, in Mouthwashing, it's like an excuse to explore interesting themes. And I guess like Soma too. Have you guys played Soma or heard of Soma? That's one of my favorite horror games.
I haven't played it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite horror games. It came out a while ago, but yeah, that one I had to watch. But it like explores themes about like, you know, who, like your subconscious essentially, like what part of you is you, kind of thing. And I thought that like the end of that game is just so classic. But I feel like they do it well. I can't do the games like Alien.
Alien Isolation is so scary.
It's so I had to stop playing. I played maybe for like an hour and I couldn't get through the alien parts. I was literally petrified.
That might be the scariest game I've ever played. Like genuinely, that game made me feel insane as I played it. Even though it's like the xenomorph in general isn't like, if I was in the room with it, sure. But like in general, I'm not like, oh, the xenomorph. I'm not like scared of it. But something about the way that game is designed where it's just like stomping around sniffing for you and you're under a table and crud. Oh, my heart would be freaking like palpitating and I'd be breathing heavy and I'd be freaked the hell out. And I'm just on a spaceship. Oh, I also don't love space. I find space inherently scary too.
Oh, I don't love space, but I find it inherently boring.
I also find it inherently boring. And whenever a game is like, it's space, I'm like, I immediately go negative like 30 points. I'm like, ah.
Oh my God, yay!
See, but I think I agree that like space is definitely very played out, but I think there are like some exceptions. Like for me, I did really like Dead Space Remake was the first time I played Dead Space, and I really liked that because it's, you happen to be in space, but if I just like showed you a screenshot of the game, you wouldn't be like, space game. Like you're just, you're in a suit and you happen to be, because you're on a ship predominantly. Yeah. Sometimes you're like in the like 0G section or something, but like you're basically on the ship. And I think to bring back to something you point out, Sarah, for like things you like about horror, because like same is like the comedy element of it, where like RE4, like I would say it's still a horror game, even though it's not that scary, but it's like a horror comedy because it's so like funny and goofy, and you still like get scared in Resident Evil 4. Like I've never beaten it, but I keep replaying like the village part. Like I've played it like 3 times. And I'm scared, but it's also like, it's not that scary. You know, it's like fun scared. And I think Dead Space, even though that game is scarier than like RE4 or 5, the reason that I feel like it could be a good one to take on is it doesn't have, to my knowledge, I might be messing this up, but I don't really think it has scripted jump scares. And if it does, they're very minimal. It does have stuff that will like kind of jump out and scare you, but it's not like bespoke. And there's a lot of like fun and funny abilities you can gain that help like empower you. So like the way I played that game, because you have like a telekinesis power that you like, I forgot if you get that immediately or when you get that, but I'll take like a fan, like a fan blade thing and carry it from room to room and just like throw it at people or like creatures and stuff like that. And like, that's fun and like funny and not really, I'm not scared when I'm playing it generally, even though it is scary. And I think the parts that are scary too are like kind of more intriguing to me in Dead Space. Like I think the scariest thing about that game is the mundane audio design. Like there's a room that you go in where you hear a bunch of like sprinklers go off to water the plants. And the sound of the sprinklers is scarier than any other sound in the game because it kind of sounds like people screaming a little bit. And it's like, oh, that's like kind of, I don't know, really like interesting and like affecting to me. And it's not so much, oh my God, there's like a big monster. And when you do like the big monster fights, it doesn't feel like, I don't know, you're not like scared all the time in Dead Space and you're like highly empowered as you go. So it's more of just like taking on the challenge of things and sometimes being a little surprised by like, oh my God, this enemy came out of like this fan or like this like kind of not gutter, but like what do they call it? A vent? Like, oh, it came out of this vent. Oops, I wasn't expecting it. But it's not
Space
like
gutter.
Yeah, the space gutter, out of the space gutter. But yeah, like it's a lot more action oriented, but it kind of has the best of both worlds to me, where I think the action is really good and the scarier parts are a bit scarier than you might be used to. So I think there's a good flow in like that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely can't do like the Outlasts where there is, you don't like, I need like a gun. At some point in the game,
Yeah.
You need
I
something
feel
to
like
fight
you need
back
to
with.
give me a gun, right? Because
Yeah.
the Outlasts are really scary. I guess in the
Everything just feels
medium,
so
medium,
confined.
yeah,
The medium.
you never really got a gun, but that game wasn't really that scary.
Yeah, it was more spooky.
Yeah,
They have scary
I think
patents.
I had to stop playing. I can't do like I used to be able to do amnesia games. And
Yeah,
now I
I
can't
remember you
anymore.
mentioning that you played those. I'm like, that's crazy. Those are like really scary.
Those
right?
are intense. Yeah, that's what I hear.
I think that's what got me into horror games was
Oh.
like when the first Amnesia games came out, and then I tried to play Amnesia Rebirth, and it was like I had never been so scared. I like lost feeling in my arms trying to play that game. Yeah, dude.
Wait, but
I
you
was
got through
like,
the first one?
You're crazy.
yeah. Well, because the first one wasn't as bad. The first one was just kind of like, you know, like run and hide the game.
Okay.
In like increasingly more difficult levels. But yeah, Amnesia Rebirth, that was like, I don't know. But then I watched the rest of it and I was like, wow, great game. I'll never be able to play
Oh,
that.
it starts with a plane crash.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I don't like that.
Well, and the weird
Death
thing
Space
about
also
Amnesia
starts with the
Rebirth is like it's a, you know, female character and she's pregnant.
Oh,
And like you
no.
lose sense of
Oh.
time. You like lose sense of time in the game. And
I'm already scared.
like you'll be running from the monster and then all of a sudden your baby will start kicking. And so like you can't
Nah,
like,
I'm good.
You'll be like literally impeded from your baby. And then there's like huge time
like
skips where like
Kojima.
you basically just like lose sense
I
of
was
time.
literally
and
thinking
all
that.
of a sudden
Death
your
Stranding for the
baby's like
girlies?
like your stomach's bigger. It's so it's kind of like also like female body horror too.
No,
Ugh.
I can't do
Can't
that.
do it.
Pick a lane.
Yeah.
I'd like to-
It was a pretty interesting game though.
Did you? So when you played that, was it just like, fuck it, I'm playing this game? Did you feel like you had to like work your way up to that? Because I feel like I'm stuck at like, not to, again, I'm tiering these in terms of scare, not in terms of like what's real horror or not.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like I'm stuck at like the Resident Evil level of horror and like the Dead Space level of horror, which is not scary,
Mm-hmm.
but that next level of like the sicko stuff.
Yeah.
How do I get in there? Because I feel like there's good
really-
stuff in there, but I just can't open the door. It's too. I'm
You
too
kind of
scared.
have to like I
too
have to do
scary.
this every year. Like you have to desensitize yourself by it. Honestly, like the more you play, the more desensitized you do actually become. And even though I could never tackle Amnesia Rebirth or Outlast, it's like if you just play like some dumb Steam game where there's like constantly jump scares, it's like it like suddenly it just doesn't affect you anymore. And like with most video games, you start to notice sort of like a similar pattern to how they're gonna start running. And so you're like, okay, like I know, like when Haley and I play Silent Hill F, we're like, okay, we did the puzzle. Now there's gonna be a boss
Something
or
got
like a
propped.
running segment. Yeah, something like you can tell that you like triggered a flag is like what it's kind of called back end wise. You're like, okay, so like a flag just got put up and now XYZ is probably gonna happen. So yeah, it's just mostly like the more you play, the easier it gets. And like I don't know, I find horror games also just enjoyable to watch. Even if you can't get through them yourself.
Yeah.
I can find that I appreciate them through watching.
I imagine.
I mean, do you guys also like scary movies and stuff?
Not historical?
I don't.
No, not really.
Oh my god.
Games. I like games. more.
But yeah, well,
Even if you're
on
just
a
watching them?
yeah.
Yeah.
of the game, yeah. Well, on a technical level, I have to say that I like horror games more than horror movies, I guess. But again, my horror is kind of a little bit more limited in games, and it's sort of like very vibes based. Like I'll see something that's like technically horror, and I'm like, oh, I can play that though, because it's like Little Nightmares, for instance, that Haley brought up. It's like, oh,
Love
it's
that game.
it's like more spooky vibes than like there are times that I'm scared in that game. It's not like I'm playing it unaffected, but it's more of like a little like puzzly adventure with scary like wrapping. So I feel like the thing with horror film versus games, at least from a casual perspective, which is the perspective I'm coming from, I think the horror games I play, there's more of like variation in how scary and how scared stuff is. I know like that's true for horror films, because I know there are different kinds of horror, so I'm not trying to act like games are more vast, but I guess my experience with games has been more vast. So like with horror, I'm newer to horror, where it's like I've only watched a couple type of horror movies, and I wouldn't say that like, I enjoyed the Final Destination movies, but I don't think I was like a big fan of them.
I'm still
necessarily.
traumatized by those.
Yeah, they're so fun though. So it's like there's a couple pieces and stuff, but like if I had to give up one, like shoot, because if I lost the Jordan Peele movies though, that'd be really sad. I'm sort of, I think I'm maybe split. I think I'm equally into and not into them, where it's like I have a couple I like, I want to get more into it, but it takes time to like develop the taste. I think it helps that with horror films, there's more like classics to go to. I've been watching a lot of like the classics. Like I barely watched Halloween and like Scream last year for the first time. So it's like it's easier to clean up. And now with time, those also become less scary.
Yeah.
We're like scary games that were scary when I was a kid are still scary, which is crazy.
Oh, there's classics. You could play like Alone in the Dark. You could play Sweet Home, play Resident Evil 1. I mean,
Resident Evil 1 I feel like it's still scary though.
But I feel like the scariest thing about those old games is how poorly the camera controls. It's
yes,
usually
absolutely.
the crap
They use
controls
that
that
to
are
their-
more scary than the actual game.
Yeah. But there's,
But yeah, they are still fun.
But that's not true of the really old ones. Like your Sweet Homes and stuff. It really is just like imagery and good writing and that sort of thing. Hey, do you guys know what the best thing to go with your horror gaming session is?
What?
Oh my god, what?
It's the comfort of a Lola blanket. Zombies can't hurt you
course!
if you're wrapped in the world's
I'm
softest
saving
blanket.
my Lola blanket.
In fact, it's probably even impossible to be scared if you're in a Lola blanket. And if you order on lolablankets.com with code PEWPEWBANG, you get a whopping 35% off your order.
Whoa.
We talked about these blankets before, and let me tell you, I really like this thing. I was not expecting to have strong feelings about a blanket, but I genuinely sleep better with this thing. I don't know about you guys.
It's so nice that our first ad is for something I've become obsessed with, because I do genuinely love this thing. This thing, we just call it the Lola. It's fun. I don't have any other blanket where I call out the company that makes it. Like, pass me the the Lola blanket. It's like very
Yeah, I've never
soft.
like called this by its color. I've just been like, my Lola. It has a name.
Yeah, I graduated to, I sleep in a lot of layers, and it's like, it immediately got like bumped up to like base layer, which is a layer that touches you, because it is so soft. Like, obviously you can layer them however you want, but I'm like, well, I want to feel like the softness on my skin. So that's why it's like down at the front.
I also found
Same,
it
but also
damning. I put this on my bed, and I was watching my mom's dog at the time, and the dog sprinted and both jumped on it and laid there and had a nap.
Oh my god, dogs love this thing.
Poggers is obsessed with the Lola blanket. That's like
Yeah.
his blanket now. Like he denies all other blankets.
Yeah, they have pet beds too, which I'm like, I just know my cat would probably take the blanket over the bed. It's the same material. I don't understand, but yeah, I definitely want to get.
Well, the one
this one
belongs
I
to you.
keep from my cat. Yeah, I want to get my cat his own like Lola product, because I know that he enjoys being cozy too. But I don't want him to get nastify my blanket, you know?
Yeah.
Nasty boy.
Yeah.
Well, I love this thing. For a limited time, for PEWPEWBANG listeners, you can get 35% off your entire order at lolablankets.com using code PEWPEWBANG at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code PEWPEWBANG for 35% off. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them, and you should say it was here, right here at PEWPEWBANG.
Yes.
It makes a great gift, and it's a very good blanket. Again, I really not the kind of person to have strong thoughts about a blanket in general, but I really like this thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's talk about horror games again.
Yay!
Also, seeing Haley with her Lola blanket and her mask was like a really funny combo.
She can't hurt me if she's this cozy.
Yeah, she'll be too
For
cozy.
audio listeners, we haven't
Why, if not
explained
friend,
our costumes
why friend
yet.
shaped?
No.
Oh yeah.
That's a
wait.
later part of the episode. But can we hash
this
this
out
out
now?
now?
We gotta have
Okay, we
yeah,
can
I
hash
think
it
we
out.
have some drama to deal with.
That we're
Yeah, because people have probably been looking at Haley for
claims
the past
that
20 minutes.
we have tricked her, and that is a false allegation.
They,
but Haley,
they hot
bring your
girl at
argument
the
to the
Halloween
table.
party
No.
me.
No,
The
that
hot
did not
girls at the Halloween
happen.
Party are bullying me. They got me.
No,
Yeah, you
no. Janet, was it you that said it's just the Lindsay Lohan and Mean Girls moment?
Yeah, but in reverse. I think Sarah had pointed out the Mean Girls thing, but then I said it, but it's inverted because it's like it's inverted in every way because we all knew
it's the
I guess we didn't
same.
all know the assignment. Is it? No, it's not, because isn't it?
She's
She
the
like
Lindsay
shows up.
Lohan. She
Yeah, but
shows up
isn't in Mean
scary
Girls
and
she
everyone
shows
else
up-
is hot.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Sorry, I'm
Stupid
mixing it up with
hotties.
Legally Blonde, where it's like she shows up in the Halloween costume, but it's not a Halloween party. Like whatever.
Yeah, but we told you what
It doesn't
the
fucking
theme
matter.
was.
That's
Yes.
in
wrote
a
it
lot
down.
of movies. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
that's in a lot of movies.
So actually, this is just following the tropes. The assignment was horror, which I guess I can see why this would happen. It was like dressed like a horror game protagonist. That was the assignment.
But it was
yes?
female
clear to
horror
me.
game. Okay, now I
Yes,
see where the
yes.
confusion came from.
Yes.
This character's a woman.
Yeah, and I'm where no one's shaming you for your interpretation, but it was like, okay, to be clear too, it was inspired by the concept of like early aughts horror game protagonists are kind of like this like yassified, like
Ashley
cutesy, like
Graham's
OG prep girl. It's like, oh yeah, like and even
Ashley
like modern
Coquette.
Silent Hill, kind of like
Yeah, Fatal
it's like
Frame.
yes. It's like
Well,
when you
not
think
all
of like a
us
horror
look
game
like
girly.
those girls, so we have to deviate and come up with a new concept.
Dude, no, it's
No, unless they're
Yeah,
little
Janet
tiny
looks like
5
all of them,
foot.
that's for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
Pretty sure they're all white.
that's true.
Look, I don't know
So-
that I'm not white because I don't see race. Okay, I could have been a white girl. We don't know.
Well,
We don't
for audio
know.
listeners, I'm dressed as the Huntress from Dead by Daylight, and then
Haley,
Janet,
I think
Kelsey,
all
and
it
Sarah
needs-
are here.
I think you just need to strip down a little bit.
Excuse
Keep
me.
the mask. But
Okay.
Wait, how much are we charging for the show? How many do you think I have to get?
Well, here, let me do something really quick.
Which also too, hold on, I'm gonna bring also to the table the fact that we have which maybe I'll share this on social because it is really cute. Sarah, I think you were the one that found this. This like Pinterest like graphic that says "It Girl Things March 2024: How to Dress Like a 2000s Horror Protagonist," and it's like attributed to the Pinterest user at Romanticize Your Life 88, and it has like the stuff like hyper
I like
feminine top,
88.
boot cut jeans, like. You know, I don't think it's in that way. I think it's probably like born in 1988. But
okay. You can't tell these days, okay?
yeah. No, anyway, but I like it's all like, and they have like maybe get a choker. So and I remember this being like how we like the temp while we were making up this like idea. The 10th episode name was dressing like a horror game protagonist, and we were like, I felt like we all knew what was going on, that we all were on the same page, which was a page that Sarah literally provided us.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
Haley,
yeah.
this is much better. Excellent.
Yeah, I do want to
Looks
go
super
with
hot.
like the
Now
that
she's
character- was it
just
the
got
Scream
Why do you have a Scream mask?
person. I really want to get the Scream mask. It's such a classic costume. Which back in the day, my like back when when did Scream come out? It's like super freaking old. Like what is it? Is it the 90s?
So hot in that movie.
I don't know when it was, but my fiance had the viral before it was viral. I heard you a little bit.
Muffled.
The mask, the Scream mask, where you like squeeze the thing and the blood comes down. That was like super popular at the time.
What?
Yeah,
Classic.
he had that. It was like very popular. Look up like Scream mask blood bag, maybe. I don't know, blood.
In Canada, those would
It was like-
freeze, and the little
Okay,
bloods
yeah.
would freeze and they'd break.
Yeah, specifically like the vintage one, the one that had like a little like pump with it. Yeah, like
Ew.
a lot of people had that, and it was like super
How
popular.
long are you
but-
staying outside for?
To get
That it
the
would
candy.
freeze.
I mean, a few hours.
I will say Midwest, Halloween's
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Chicago, you're trick-or-treating in your coat.
Oh, yeah.
Straight up. Or you're just like frozen. That's it. It's like
Yeah.
really, really
Oh,
cold.
yeah, we've all experienced this because Janet's from Chicago and I lived in Chicago and Detroit for a little bit as a kid. So
You get the cutest costume, and you're so
Actually look
excited
up.
to wear it, and then your mom's like, "Now you gotta put your coat
Put your
on."
mittens on.
I'm curious
My
how
mom
cold it is
was-
there now.
my mom was pretty smart about it. She was like, I don't remember all of my costumes, but I do remember that one year when we lived in Detroit, I went as a Dalmatian from 101 Dalmatians. And so it was like a big furry suit. So I was warm the whole time.
Yeah, that's the
Not a
hack,
fursuit,
really.
just a furry.
I will say global warming is
Thin
like
line.
helping a lot in this regard. Not generally because the earth is like burning. But like this Thursday or next Thursday, it's gonna be 71, high of 71 in Chicago. That's really warm for this time
Dang.
of year. So yeah, maybe this will be like an old take. Like you remember when we used to have winter, you know, and now we just like burn. But back then it was tough. But anyway, Haley, you were not set up. We did not set you up. I rest my case.
Well, I feel set up. Not gonna lie.
This is like the you're like, and suddenly I feel ridiculous with my mask on.
I want to go home and cry.
You're already home. You work from home.
Do you like the knife? I also got a little knife, audio listeners. Gonna get ya.
It's funny because the muffling kind of makes you sound a little scarier.
Does Ghostface do it for you guys?
No.
You said, does this do it for me?
I'm not looking for compliments. Ghostface in general, does he do it for you guys?
No.
He does it for me.
I'm not like a big mask talk person.
Is that
I
why
mean,
you own
it's
it?
not.
Oh, we
No.
talked about this at one point, didn't we?
Yeah, the mask talk.
The mask.
Yeah, mask talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about him, he's just like this kind of like this little guy. He's skulking around. And he always holds the knife like this with a good angle.
It is weird because I do think it is like kind of like a low-key hot costume, but you're like completely fully covered. But it's kind of like there's something about there's aura there.
Yeah.
I feel you. I understand.
See, I attribute it like exclusively to 11-year-old boys, so I don't feel
Okay, well,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
ruin it. You know what I mean?
Gross.
I mean, it's like
That's
the
like
cheap
all
and
I know
easy
who
Halloween
wore it.
costume for sure. And
It's
that you
it's
just throw it
fun,
on with the
though.
hoodie.
But I feel like it's such a fun costume. Like, because I think what's fun about Halloween is that like you still have your regular life, but then you have your costume. So it's like imagine like it's Ghostface, but he's like taking a shot of tequila. It's like that's kind of fun. That like makes it fun.
I mean, that
don't
stuff's
know.
fun.
Party.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like ooh, and then it's like also who is it? Maybe you can tell by height based on if you know who's at the party enough. But it's like oh, anyone could be under there.
Do you think Lola will like this?
Yeah, they'll give us lots of ad
Will
dollars.
keep
Thank you.
working with us if I...
You're really selling it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll take it off.
Do you
now.
guys
It's
have
hot.
Halloween costumes picked out for this year?
No, I need to get one because I think I'm going to my friend's
Oy.
Halloween costume party. So I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh
with
my god,
Isaiah,
it's a
though.
beautiful lady underneath.
Wow. Oh my god.
My hair's insane. 'cause
Ghostface is even hotter than I thought.
I thought I'd have my mask and shit on all episode.
You can put your mask on. you can put your mask
I'll
back
put my
on.
huntress mask back
But no,
on.
because I don't really do like a lot of Halloween activities where it's like, oh, I don't go to like bars and stuff. So there's not a big reason to have a costume. But I like dressing up for podcasts that I do over that time. Like last year I did the Hulkenberg like cosplay. I think it's fun to sometimes do like whatever game I'm kind of obsessed with, but it's more work to do something like that. So I don't know.
At least it's easier
see.
to find video game costumes than it used to be. I feel like it used
Yeah.
to be so like when I was a kid, nothing. No Zelda, no Link,
No.
no
Yeah.
Pokemon, nothing. You get absolutely nothing. But nowadays, I feel like even at like Spirit Halloween, you can go up and you can find some video game stuff. And also with like the popularization of cosplay in general,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
are so many like online shops that sell pre-made. Like that's how I got my Ashley Graham costume, which is actually really nice.
Ooh.
Just like online cosplay shops, and they're
Yeah.
Yeah,
inexpensive
you can
and
just
they look
order
really
this stuff
good.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even like the way, like a lot of the algorithms have like figured out, even if it's not official, it's like if you type in like Sephiroth wig or whoever wig, it's like even if it doesn't say that in the description, they're like clearly everyone's searching this, found this wig, and then kind of just,
It'll be called like one wing sexy man wig extra long
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something.
Yeah.
Like whenever they have to get
Yeah,
around
yeah.
Worried
it.
about copyright.
I love
Yeah,
the
Final
Spirit
Baddie or
Halloween
whatever.
names. They're so
Mhm.
good.
You know what I noticed is that Link is now Breath of the Wild Link.
Oh, is it because it's a different costume?
Yeah,
or is it
it's
like
like
copyright?
blue.
oh,
Link
they
is
favor
Link
that
now.
one.
I don't
No,
like
I don't
it.
like that.
There's no
I don't like that.
green. That made me feel
They're not
No, I
selling
don't
any
accept that.
green.
No, it's
Links?
all Breath of the Wild
Oh.
Link only.
I don't like that.
One thing I want to do is I live up in the valley and like in Burbank. I mean, in a lot of places, but they have like a pretty big like Halloween store. So I think I'm gonna go there and like look around and see what the costume vibe is there because it's
There's
like a
so
really
many
cool
options.
store.
But they also
Even though it's like that
gouge
shit gonna
on
be expensive,
prices,
but I don't
though.
care. I know,
Oh,
but like
yeah.
and it's like,
Triple the price.
but I don't know. It's like it's another example of the drop $100+ for thing you wear like one time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you could wear it next Halloween, but I'm not going to.
No, you need
You're gonna
we need
pick
to solve this
another-
problem as a society. This is what we need. We need communities to come back together and be like, hey, can someone my size, we just go do a little swap. And then you have a new costume and I have a new costume. Because
Halloween
like,
costume
we're
swap.
we're all just like, and I know there's like some like, community run things that are like trying to like offset the, hey, we're all buying outfits that are like basically kind of one-time use. How can we like benefit the earth and our wallets for it? But yeah, we need that for Halloween costumes. It's like, it's no fun wearing the same thing twice. Like it's fun to get to like dress up again in something else, but then it gets expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so true. Especially cosplay too. Like, because cosplays are usually pretty expensive, especially if you want something that's halfway decent. And then,
Yeah.
I don't know. You're gonna be the same person for every convention you go to, and also how many conventions are you going to?
Mm-hmm.
I will say I have a Spider-Man costume ready to go at any time. So if I get lazy, that's just what I'll do for. But Sarah, why did you laugh?
I just think you're like, I have it at the
There's
ready
something funny.
anytime. I can go get it.
Well, once you do a PlayStation podcast for a while, it's like, okay, I'm going to buy a Spider-Man costume. I can use it on PlayStation Day. I can use it when we review Spider-Man, and I can use it for Halloween. So I've actually gotten a lot of juice out of that Spider-Man costume. But
Nice.
yeah. So in a pinch, I can just be Spider-Man at any time.
Yeah, that's fair. I do have like a
my Spider-Man mug
Kigurumi
with me.
for that
Aw.
reason.
I was the delivery guy from the Lorax last Halloween. The one
I
who
have to look that
delivers
up.
the air.
Delivery guy Lorax.
I think his name is Sai. He sings.
That's
a
so
song.
Haley. This is so specific. I've
Wait,
never
what
seen
is
this man
this?
before.
Oh, here,
This
I'll
is
show
like
you.
this. I've never seen this man before. I actually haven't seen the
Delivery
Lorax. That's
man
why I don't know him. But
Lorax.
this is
You
really
don't
specific,
know me,
Haley.
but my name's Sai. I'm just the hair delivery guy. That one.
The Lorax movie has like missed me. Like I know it's big with like the generation
What?
below me, but the Lorax movie missed me completely.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah, I also didn't watch it, and I probably would have liked it. It's
Yeah.
this guy?
Yeah, it was him for Halloween. Yeah, it was lit. I got so drunk.
Haley, what's with
awesome.
you being a mustachioed man so much?
Don't question it, Kelsey. Because I'm trying not to.
What does it say about me? I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. I'm a hot bunny dommy mommy right now, and I don't get credit for that. Only when I'm a mustache man do I get
I'm
credit.
giving you credit. You have so much credit right now.
Thank
so
you.
many pew points.
Yes. That's what I do it for, even though we're
Which
not
we-
counting them anymore.
We completely stopped doing this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I start
That's fine.
winning.
I will say in my head, Sarah, I attributed some PB points to you for being like the bravest of the cast because I think you've played the scariest horror games of everybody.
Ooh.
You can handle the most scares, which is funny because you're I feel like you're self-described as like more of a scaredy cat, but you've like played a lot of
I feel like you're the
Pretty
bravest
intense
of
horror
every-
games.
of all of us.
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
You're like, I'm a
Which
baby.
is-
I don't want to do haunted houses, but then you
Well,
played
yeah, it's-
Amnesia.
It's a weird line, right? Where it's like, doesn't like haunted houses. I don't like scary movies. I stay up. Like, if I watch something scary, I can't go to sleep. But it's like send me the most effed up horror game that I'll watch. Eyes open. Let me see that horror.
What's the scariest one you played?
Scariest horror game I played?
Yeah.
Amnesia
it-
Rebirth was pretty scary, but I didn't finish it.
What was it called?
Just
The
like the
Rebirth
game
one?
I just talked about,
Oh,
Rebirth.
Yeah.
The pregnant one.
I don't know if they're like totally
pregnant
scary
one.
because like the scary pregnant one.
Scary
But
enough,
like
just that.
platform 8. Have you guys seen that one? Or the Exit 8?
Oh yeah, I know.
yeah.
that
They're making
one.
a movie out of that one. That one's not scary, but it's like
Oh.
I think it's a good horror game.
Oh, is this
Yeah.
like
Exit
liminal
8.
space?
Yeah. The new like there's like a new trend in horror games where it's like the spot the difference horror games. Those
Oh,
are very
yeah.
trendy right now.
I like those.
Mm-hmm.
They're hard.
I feel like Lethal
though.
Company can be considered like almost a horror game.
I don't like.
Yeah,
this
I was actually
liminal
gonna mention
space
that
stuff.
one.
This freaks me out.
Yeah, the liminal space stuff I do kind of enjoy, but I don't know. It's weird because like with a game like, well, how does it work in? Because what'd you say? Is it called Exit 8 or Platform 8 or I forget the name of this?
The
Exit 8. Like how does it function without like spoiling it? Is it jump scary? Is it just like the idea of the space is scary? Like what's the
It's like
construction?
so the entire premise of the game is like you're stuck in like an underground subway in Japan and you're trying to get out and you just go down the same corridor over and over and over again and you have an option to say if it looked the same or if it looked different. And you're
Oh.
trying to get out, and to get out you have to like get through like 10 levels of correctly guessing if something's the same or different.
Okay.
And some of them
Weird.
are a little jump scary. Like you'll come around the corner and there'll be someone like sprinting at you or something, but they don't get that scary. It's more of like an unsettling feeling,
Yeah,
I would say. But yeah, these are very popular because there's like there's a bunch of those. Like you're monitoring different cameras and you have to report like paranormal activity type stuff where you're like looking through different rooms and it gets like progressively scarier, which I feel like are pretty easy scary games to conquer because you don't have to physically move through a space. Like there is no like running or anything. There is no like trying to get to XYZ because like I don't know if I could do like what's big with the kids is like the poppy playtimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Just
really like
getting
those either.
chased by a scary monster. I don't know if I really like those.
Do you ever play Five Nights at Freddy's? Anyone?
No. I played
No,
like
I
I think
don't-
the first one.
I've played for
That I feel like
just
is
for
kind of
fun.
too scary for me. Like low key. Like I
Yeah.
don't really
They're
like.
hard.
I played versions of like that, genre style. Like I played one on itch.io that was like kind of in that same like FNAF / like Poppy's Playroom, but it was like obviously unlicensed, like an Arthur game. But it was like really scary, like, you know, Arthur had like fucked up teeth and stuff like that or whatever. I'm trying to find it on itch. But yeah. God, Arthur horror itch.io. I'll try to find the name of it.
That is like what the kids are into though, is like cute thing. Nuh-uh, it's evil and scary.
Yeah, I think it's called Arthur's Nightmare. I played that, and that was like a little on the edge for like, this is like a lot for me to be doing. It helps that the graphics were like not as like, I don't know, realized, so it wasn't as scary. But like with Spot the Difference, I love Spot the Difference games, but I don't think I'm actually very tuned to Spot the Difference horror, because I tried playing that game that just came out last year, The Cabin Factory, which is a Spot the Difference horror game.
Yeah.
But the thing I didn't like about it is I'm like, well, in Spot the Difference, like stuff doesn't move. So I'm like, I kind of back to like something you brought up in the sort of our pre-show, the Loaded Gun, Sarah. You mentioned like not wanting like stuff to move in a haunted house, like just wanting to be in the space. If it was just Spot the Difference and it's scary content, I'd be cool with that. But in The Cabin Factory, it's like sometimes stuff will move or like come out at you, and I'm like, I can't like do this. And it's another similar to the construction you just mentioned, where it's like you get a certain amount in a row and that's how you beat it. Like I was streaming that game, which honestly makes it a little bit less scary because you have like these people kind of with you, even though they're like virtual. And I still was like, guys, we're done playing this, and we're not going to see this game again because I'm not willing to continue.
You play like The Quarry, and like you play all those games too. We both played, what was it called? The House of Ashes one with Ashley Tisdale. And like those are like way scarier than I feel like a cabin game, right? Well, because those are like, it's like a movie basically, like a choose your own adventure horror movie. Yeah. And I feel like and you have to, you know, you don't have a lot of, it's like a timed decision, I guess is what it would be called. Like you don't get to sit there and like hem and haw about things. But those get like, I feel like pretty scary.
I guess
I think what helps those not. Yeah, but also it feels less scary than a movie, because I think it has just enough interactivity where it's like, well, it's not a movie, so I'm kind of in control of the pacing and things. But then the stuff that you're not in control of, you're just watching happen. And I feel like, I don't know, I think they feel a little bit more schlocky to me. Like they're sort of more old school horror movie, which isn't like quite as scary as like sort of what you're describing earlier, Kelsey, like the tense. Like I don't feel tense when I'm playing supermassive games. Like scary stuff happens and like fucked up things happen to like my little cast of people, where it's like, oh my God, like this, you know, someone turns into like a werewolf or a zombie and like someone's head gets ripped off. Oh my God, crazy. But it's not like scary, intense, like stalking kind of vibe. So I think that's why they're never too scary to me. It's more like I'm intrigued on where the story goes and like, ooh, how are we going to survive? And I think there's also like a lot of chill twists in those games where they tend to set up this is the monster, or is it? Ooh, like what's going on?
Scooby-Doo vibe.
Yeah. So it's like kind of like a chiller. It's like a chiller to me than like Cabin Factory is like, I don't want to know something's going to happen, and then I just want to play my Spot the Difference game. I'm like, actually, I didn't want horror. I want to just play Spot the Difference.
I can't remember, Jan. Did you play Until Dawn, or is that the one you missed?
No, I played all of them except I haven't actually finished House of Ashes yet, or not House of Ashes, the new one. Is that the really good one? That's like one off. It's not part of. No, The Quarry. Yes, that's the one I haven't finished. Really, I finished House of Ashes. The only super massive, like from the, what's the name of that series they were calling it? The whatever.
House of
Dark Pictures Anthology. I literally had to look it up.
Dark Pictures. Thank you. Okay, so I'm missing one thing from Dark Pictures, because I think that like Saw Not Saw game is part of Dark Pictures, and I haven't played that. The Devil in Me. And Haley, I know you said it's ass, and I don't care. I'm still gonna play it because I need to see it.
It's got mostly negative reviews on Steam.
The hotel.
Yeah, I was like, sign me up.
It's okay.
I was like, sign me up.
The one I really hated.
Which one is the hotel one?
Casting. That's the Saw. Oh, the hotel one is that one.
That's The Devil in Me, right?
The Devil in Me. The casting of Frank Stone is the one that I thought was just hot ass.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm like two behind, so I'll play the not that good one, and then the one you thought really wasn't that good. Because in general, these games are like, for me, from a critical standpoint, they're like good games. Like 7 out of 10, like it is good. I can see why I think some of them are just okay. Like I think the weaker ones are like this was kind of just okay, guys. You sort of like didn't really hit. But I love the games though. Like I'm obsessed with them because I just love like a story choice driven game, and we don't get a lot of those games.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you're working in the space, I'm working alongside you. Did I like what you made? I don't know. Do I care? No, I'm playing it anyway because I'm just like obsessed. But also like in the vein of like horror, which like you brought up a second ago, Sarah, I think another like get more into horror game, but like mileage may vary, is Lethal Company. Like I really love Lethal Company a lot, and I'm not really a proximity chat, like get on Discord with your buddies kind of gamer, and like that's probably why I haven't played more Lethal Company. But the streams I have done of that game, like I've played a lot of the like for stream, like okay, we'll do content warning, we'll do like peak, we'll do like all these other like prox chat games. But Lethal Company was my favorite because it's interesting to see, like basically the premise of the game is like you go out and you're trying to like get items to like give to the company. Like you have to hit financial quota. So it's like, oh, I found a screw. It's worth $30. Great. Bring it back to the ship. And that's kind of like the construction of the game. But what's fun is that there's like little creatures or monsters around, and you're trying to figure out what's their gimmick. So you're like, oh my God, guys, like something got me. Oh, what happened? Oh, you know what? It's because you made noise, or, oh, you looked at it, but you like stood still. Like there's like different like kind of gimmicks to them. So it's, the fun part of it is like building, like for me, like building my knowledge of what's going on with these different creatures and like what are the different like layouts and challenges, and kind of like arming myself with knowledge to try to like get more stuff for money. I also like getting things. I'm a big like, let's grab a piece of garbage and sell it. Like I like that in the game. So I'm like, this is kind of, and also you can like decorate your ship, which is like, you can also get upgrades that are more meaningful, but like the way I play it, because I'm like, let's just have fun. Like I don't want to like be practical. So like when I like streamed with Remap, I'm like, guys, can we save up to get the romantic table? I have to see what it's like. And then we got it. And it's like, oh, put the pumpkin on the romantic table, like with the fishbowl. Oh my God, they're on a date. It's like stupid shit like that kind of adds, I think, levity to it. Cause it is like a game that is a little scary, but you're also like with friends. So it's like not as bad. So I think it's a good, like, check it out. And it might not be like too scary to handle, but it still gets you a little bit of that horror fix of having to handle being in like a dark space, or like being a little bit underpowered, or like not knowing what's coming up. And I think those are like the horror muscles that need to be flexed to like get more into the genre.
Did you play
Yeah, anything with friends, I think is like much easier to like. Yeah, nothing is as scary if you, whether that's literally just someone sitting next to you on the couch while you play it, or especially if someone else is physically in the game with you. It's like, I don't know. I think it's pretty hard to make a game that's super scary if it's multiplayer.
I will say I can't play Phasmophobia. I don't know why that game is so scary to me. I literally don't leave the truck. They're like, Sarah, come into the house. Game feels
and, like,
scarier. Like, help us. And I'm like, I will be, if you need me, I will be in the truck. And then I'll go into the house. And if like even like the smallest thing happens, I will sprint back to the truck. Like, I am not there for you. I cannot support you in this. I will support you from all the way in the safety of the truck.
I'm really interested in games that do like the bleed into reality stuff, like the ones that can hear your mic, or
they'll like mimic it.
They'll they mimic you.
Yeah.
Or
like
I don't know if you guys have
Eternal Darkness, where it like makes you think your save is deleted and stuff like that.
Oh,
I don't know that one.
That's cool.
It's on GameCube. It's like a mess with your sanity kind of game.
That's cool. Doki Doki Literature Club. If you do you guys like know the twist in that one?
Because it's also kind of a horror game almost.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, I don't know the twist in it. So don't spoil it.
Don't tell me the twist.
I won't spoil it, but it has like...
I know it's like a super old game at this point.
Yeah, I know it's my fault, and I don't care. So thank you for respecting me at these times.
Of course. But that kind of stuff I find interesting because only games can do that. Of like, I watch a movie, but like, no one's coming through my screen. But when games are like, hey, I know your birthday, you're like, what the hell? Like, you didn't even realize you gave the consent to let them know your birthday. Who told you? Like, stuff like that.
I have a question.
It's so weird.
In that regard. I know we've kind of touched a little bit on the idea of like horror versus like action with like a horror wrapping maybe. How would you guys categorize games like which this one I also don't know some of the actually I do know the twist because I listened to people spoil it because I had to for work, but like a game like Inscription where it's like it's a card based like roguelike deck builder, but you're like in this kind of scary cabin, or like even a game like what's the one where you're like playing Russian roulette?
Isn't it
Bullet God damn it, what's it called?
I know the one, but yeah, Buckshot Roulette.
Yeah, like would you guys count those as horror?
it's more unsettling atmosphere.
But it's still horror, right? Like,
I know, it's like horror setting.
Yeah.
Is what I would say. Because I like to consider them horror, but I wouldn't, if I was like trying to get someone to play it, I wouldn't start with that fact that it's horror.
Well, there's like, there's a difference between like survival horror, which is most classic horror games, versus it's just scary. It's just a creepy game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys know what's really scary though?
What?
What?
Not doing your holiday shopping in time. I know it's October and we're talking about horror games, but there's nothing worse than scrambling last minute to find something for your friends and family during the holidays. But I have good news. Uncommon Goods makes holiday shopping stress-free and joyful with thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts you can't find anywhere else. Do you guys like Uncommon Goods?
Yeah, I use it every year.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
I do too. Yeah, I literally, for probably the last 5 years of my life, have done a lot of my Christmas and Hanukkah shopping on Uncommon Goods. Last year, I got stocking stuffers for everyone in my family that were like a surprisingly huge hit. They were flameless lighters, so they look like little tasers, like long, skinny tasers.
Okay.
All the boys loved it. Like, it was just
my tasers bring all the boys to the yard.
Yeah. My partner loved it. My mom's fiance, who's like infamously difficult to buy for, he's like one of those people who doesn't like anything. He loved it.
Nice.
I got my dad a personalized like UCLA college football history book that he loved. It was super cool. I bought art on there. It's a really good site for finding things for people who are very difficult to buy for.
I like to just scroll it because like it's just so cool to look at all this stuff. You're like, I didn't even know this was a thing that existed.
Yeah, you'll go in there not thinking of a specific person, but someone will come to you as you're scrolling. Like,
yes,
I got
I've had that experience.
A salad bowl that looked like a rowboat, and then the two things for mixing the salad
things that look like other things.
were the two oars.
Yeah.
She
That's
loved
adorable.
it.
That's good stuff.
She loves boats. She went crazy.
And the piece of Haley's mom falls into the puzzle.
She's a mom.
Yeah, we're gonna know so much about your mom by the end of this podcast. But yeah, I really like this website. I use it a lot for shopping every year, so I appreciate that they wanted to advertise with us because it's an easy one for us to talk about because I literally use it every year. So yeah, I think it's a very good one to scroll to, especially if you are trying to get a head start on your holiday shopping. If you're just scrolling right now, even if you don't have anyone in mind. If you're just kind of like clicking around, you'll be like, oh yeah, that might be good. Like so-and-so likes this random sport or cheese or city or something. Like it's got just all kinds of really random and interesting stuff. And a lot of it is small businesses and like artists and stuff. So it's not just like mass-produced garbage. It's cool stuff. So anyway, shop early, have fun, cross some names off your list today to get 15% off your next gift. Go to uncommongoods.com/pewpewbang. That's uncommongoods.com/pewpewbang. 15% off. You can get a head start on your holiday shopping and be the coolest person when everyone else is scrambling in the beginning of December. Don't miss out on this offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary. And speaking of out of the ordinary, who's the hottest horror game dude?
It's Leon Kennedy.
It might be Leon Kennedy, but
it's a boring answer, but it might be the truth. It's the first man.
That's the first man I think of. Like, name a man.
Is that
the first man on the moon? For $1, name a man. I'm like,
I can't see. I gotta look at these men. Men in
what's
horror.
the name of the? Wait, hold on. Let me see. What's the name of this guy? Give me a second.
Chris Redfield?
Maybe. Okay. What about Pyramid Head? It depends on if you're how into like a jacked body you are. I do think a jacked body's a bit overrated. I think all of us can kind of agree that like
no, but
that's
when
more
you get rid of their
men
face,
for the male gaze, that's the thing. It's back to mass talk. So it's like he has like and what is this from Silent Hill, right? I haven't played Silent Hill, so that's why I'm like, where's this guy from? Yeah, he has like an aura to him. He's kind of got like it's like is that is the what is that? He's like got like a it's not a towel around him, but he kind of has like.
Like a toe.
He's like looking a little
out of the shower.
What am I doing?
He's kind of got like
what am I doing?
I'll just say it. He's got a little bit of like a slut factor to him, and sometimes you want that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think we give the sluts enough credit. Okay, sometimes they get the job done. Okay, and yeah, Pyramid Head's definitely like it's kind of giving like an MFK energy where it's like, oh, Leon, it's like, oh, you can like go on a date with Leon. But it's like, this guy's like, you know why he's here. You know what I mean? So I think Pyramid Head is, I'll put Pyramid Head on the table for male horror hotties.
Yeah. I would see, I'm trying to avoid like the
You're
movie.
like, I would.
I would.
Yeah,
there's just
I
a
would.
lot of
Same.
movie scenes on YouTube that I'm not trying to get us copyright struck by showing.
No,
I
fair.
forgot
Yeah.
that there was a movie, but I found the game scene. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a little mask. I've gone on the record saying that works, and I'm not historically someone who loves a ripped dubod, but I think when you put the mask on it, then I'm like, okay. It's almost like the mask permits other things to be lacking.
Because you forget that there's like a drive behind that. You know, you forget about like the ego that created the body because he has it over, he's covered his ego with the pyramid head. So you're like, okay, how bad could this guy be?
Because you don't like, I mean, at least for me, when I'm looking at a guy who's like jacked and has the sort of like generic hot guy face, it's like, that's a type that's a little doing too much all at once. So you want either like a kind of fucked up face with the hot body. Like it's got to be, it's one or the other, right? And a mask just obscures that, so you don't even have to know.
Yeah, you can just pretend the face looks whatever you want. He also walks so crazy. We talked about this, Sarah, on our gameplay.
He walks like groin first.
He walks dick first into a room, which you've got to respect.
I don't know.
No, you got to respect that.
Is that a point for or against?
I think it's a point for me. Against
because
it sounds
usually
like
he's also
for
like
you.
dragging. He's dragging that like giant sword behind him.
Yeah, but even right now, I'm playing a clip from Silent Hill 2 remake, and he's just walking in a hotel room. No big thing, and he's walking groin first. What's that about?
I told you he's a slut. We've established
I
this
think
already.
it's the slut factor.
I didn't say it was. He's a slut neutral or positive, I guess, in this case, right? It's like,
Yeah. No, we don't slut shame Pyramid Head here.
Yeah.
No.
Versus Leon Kennedy, it's hard to imagine that he has sex. You know what I mean? Like, he is hot, but it's
he's
like
so dumb though. That's why I love him.
yeah, that's the thing. But it's like I feel like it's his first day on Earth a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, this is hottest person, not
That's an
conversation.
attractive quality in a man.
Yeah. Get you. I mean, I think what I like about Leon Kennedy is he's just so, it's like, where's everybody going? Bingo. And it's like, oh, Leon. Oh, and like in Resident Evil 2, it's like his first day on the police force when he gets to Raccoon City and like everything goes to hell. And I just love that it's like, Leon, he's just always having really bad days, but he rolls with them. He gets the job done.
Yeah.
You want a man who can just kind of like, roll with whatever's going on. It's like,
I think honestly, though,
another day full of monsters.
I'll just say it. Just be kind of a, the other side of the aisle. I think the jackets are really carrying Leon Kennedy.
Oh yeah, I love his little jacket. I love his little
I think the
jacket.
jacket is what makes him hot. Like he's figured out what some men still haven't, which is that if you just have a decent haircut and a nice jacket
and a good jacket,
that's true.
Yeah, men just need a good jacket. Like, oh wow, you look so nice. He just has a fucking nice
his
jacket.
His hair
on.
is
That's
so
all.
pretty.
But his jacket's incredible, and the hair is also nice too.
I do think it is the combo though. I think you're right. Like I don't think that he would be as hot if he was just wearing like, I don't know. When he takes the jacket off,
it's like I don't know. He has like a
no.
black
He takes the jacket off. It's like, oh no, my shoulder muscles are showing.
Well, I think it helps that he has like suspenders now, right, or something. I mean, I make that with like the holster thing. Yeah. The gun holster is just another jacket, Sarah.
That's
Wake
true.
up.
I think
stay woke, Sarah. That's just a jacket again.
Men should just wear straps more often. I think is what we're learning here.
It's like they don't want to carry a purse. Fine, strap up.
Yeah,
have all your stuff on straps.
Strap up is wild. Okay. I'm trying to look at other hit horror games. I'm like, Evil Within. Is anyone hot in that? I don't think so.
I feel like we're owed more hot people in horror.
Are these men ugly in these horror games? I'm not seeing a lot of hotties when I'm looking through this.
There's not a lot of hot men in horror games.
The guy in Evil Within's fine. I think they just do too many they don't do interesting looking hot characters in a lot of horror games. It seems like it's just kind of like very generic, like I have a square jaw and I'm tall. Like that's I don't know. And I think I know I can't speak for everybody, but I just feel like it's more fun when they're hot in an interesting way.
Yeah. Okay, does Alan Wake count as a horror game? I feel like it's kind of scary.
Oh yeah, that's a horror game.
Sure.
Oh, I don't think of it as one, but for the sake of this conversation,
there was like the jump scare hallway of Alan Wake 2.
Oh my god, the nursing home? Jesus.
You know what? It is live survival horror, and it is it just pissed me off in the way horror games do. So yeah, it probably is a horror game. Yeah,
Are
I
you
guess
putting
so.
forward
Yeah,
Alan Wake himself?
But do you guys think he's hot?
Alan Wake.
Weren't
Oh
there,
yeah,
there was
that's the
those
thing.
two
Well,
brothers that Haley and I
maybe
were
somebody
pining
else is
after,
hot.
and mine died
Yeah.
and hers didn't die.
Alan Wake TV
Oh, the
show
twins?
brothers.
Yeah.
What are they?
Oh,
Anderson
yeah.
brothers, I think, right?
The
Are they hot, though? Let me look them
Costello
up.
brothers. Are they
Yeah.
hot though, Sarah?
Poskella.
Are we
No,
just...
they were hot in like a Scandinavian way.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true. Yeah.
they were hot in like a lumberjack way.
Let me look
Which
this
one
up
was yours
because
and which one was mine?
Mine
you-
was the one that died.
They look more like
Spoilers.
they
I
look
can't
more like
walk with you
guys
down this
from
hallway.
Montana who are gonna kill me in the woods.
Their in-game models were a little more attractive.
I want to know where they were
I
on
don't know why
January
I'm
6th.
defending them.
Yeah,
That's
Sarah,
what I want to know.
I'm getting regrets from now watching them back. I'm
No.
like, what was I?
No.
Are they this hot? I feel like I remember them being hotter. What's going on?
There's a little aura there, but I don't think
Well,
they're
they
hot.
have like in-game models, and
Was
then
it
they had their
cheerleader
human
effect? Were they around
I
each
think.
bunch of people
Either of
that were
those are
hot?
all-
I think Alan Wake himself is kind of attractive
I
in
think
like
Alan
a pathetic
Wake is
way.
hot. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me look at his character
don't-
model again.
Okay, let me bring up Alan Wake.
The like
Specifically two though. I like him with longer hair. I don't like the one. I think
Yeah, he
Alan
definitely needs the
Wake
long hair.
one
Yes, I
is
agree,
generic
yeah.
as hell.
Yeah.
He,
he's too old
is
for
he
me,
hot
man.
or does he have a beard?
Yeah.
I know it's
No,
controversial
I
because
think
I
he's
think he
hot.
now granted the
He's
beard's
hot.
part of the hotness. I think he's hot also. Yeah. He's hot, but like in an indie rock kind of way.
Yeah.
Like a
Like he
Pacific
looks like he
Northwest
listens to
kinda
Father
way.
John Misty, yeah, like kind of thing.
I know
Yeah, it's like
those
he has
guys. They're not
that
good.
vibe.
They're not good.
It's not. Is this a
Well,
good
we're
guy?
not judging
It's
them
just
on
he
their
hot.
personalities, Kelsey. We're
Look
judging
at
them
the
on their
content
bodies.
of his face, not the content of his character. Okay, like this is yeah. Oh, you know what? That
Door's
one dude's
too.
hot. Yeah, Mr. Door's way hotter than Alan Wake. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
kind of
put Mr.
everyone's
Door on the
hot in
table.
This game, I'm not gonna lie,
But are we cheating because they're like actual people though?
but they look like
A
they're
little bit?
models in game.
No, they're in the game, yeah,
That's
and their
true,
models
too,
are
yeah.
in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd say like as far as hot Alan Wake men, yeah, I think you got to put Mr. Door over Alan Wake.
that's fair. I would probably.
He has
agree
more
with that.
charisma.
Yeah,
I don't know, but there's something about watching Alan Wake pathetically.
He's
Cry.
snively little snivel guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
yeah. I
Why?
think he's generally hot though.
You guys
Yeah, I
should
think
move
you
to
could-
Seattle.
You could put him in there.
Is there a lot of these men in Seattle?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just
they're every-
just being mean.
they're everywhere.
I do
Yeah,
like his
so
long
anyway,
hair, yeah. I do like that.
Okay, so the next person I want to bring to the table, they're not hot, so like don't at me too much on this, but there's something here, so like walk with me for a second.
Okay.
And he's old as hell, so it's not like I think he's hot, okay? Even though no shade to like the old hotties, because like some of y'all be still hot.
Bill.
The curator from the Dark Pictures anthologies. Wait, before you throw your stones at me.
Wait, I need to
it's not
Google
that
it
he's
first.
hot. It's not that he's hot. You got to pull up the video of him like in game. He's kind of slutty. And this is something we talked about in my family a lot every time we played the games, because he would walk around with that candlestick and he would like shake his flat little ass at the camera. So like, I'm not saying that he is like hot, but he's like, he's like risen you up in this game. He's like, oh, hello there. How's it go? You know, he's kind of like,
He looks like Gandalf without the beard, though.
Is it because he like knows everything and he's a little
yeah,
secretive
like
about it?
he's a
holds
little
Okay.
bit of a
secrets?
slut. Yeah, like look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him in the video version.
He's teasing
Jana likes
you,
a
you know?
knowledge
And we
slut.
would no, because and we would talk about this like because my whole family would like play this game where they'd like half-ass watch me and my brother playing it, and we'd be like, oh yeah, here's when he'd come on screen, we're like, time for this like slut to shake his little ass at me and talk about what he knows and hint his thing, because that's, if people don't know, like in the game he's kind of constructed as like sort of a checkpoint in the game, and like you can kind of maybe get extra hints or he kind of alludes to what's going on. So yeah, the keeper of secretsness.
Mm-hmm.
There's like there's something here.
Okay, interesting.
I don't
mean,
know.
there's a thin
Y'all can rip it apart
line.
now.
I feel like there's a thin line between like horror to horny. I feel like it's
Yeah,
a
that's
slippery
true,
slope.
too.
Yeah. It like
Fear.
Yeah.
it gets you in the mindset for that.
Mhm.
Being scared.
Yeah.
That's
So
kind of FW.
these
guys.
are the hotties / sluts I bring to the table.
interesting. I mean, my gut says it's Leon, even though that's the most boring answer. I feel
It's so boring. I know.
feel boring saying it, but I fear it's true. I fear it is Leon. He's just
He's
Sometimes this
definitely
reminds me
the
of, like-
most like
he's just simply hot.
I mean, he's the correct answer or whatever, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's not the exciting
boring answer.
answer.
now here's the
But it's not-
spicy question.
Hmm?
Any of the monsters?
Pyramid. I guess we said Pyramid Head.
Pyramid Head.
Yeah, I guess Pyramid Head.
I thought he was a person that just was fucked up.
Mr. X?
No, I don't like Mr. X.
know.
I don't
He's
like
not
his
hot
little
at
hat.
all.
I don't like his little hat.
Oh yeah,
I hate that hat. Yeah,
he's dressed
and he has that
poorly.
pale skin. Like I don't know. He kind of is like he's
If
kind
he
of
had a mask on, maybe. If we slap the Scream mask on.
I don't like the trench coat that he has. It's
No,
really
he's
nefarious in like a
he's not
non-sexy
dressed
way.
well. He's does not dress well for sure.
He's got just a big coat and a
For-
little hat.
Here's the thing, though, is like when I say I like
Fedora.
shoulders, men will be like, "Look at Mr. X's shoulders," but somehow those shoulders are so exaggerated, it's unattractive.
It's a lot of
And
padding.
here we are,
Is the thing. It's
yeah,
all
with
padding.
my
Yeah.
man Leon Kennedy, attainable shoulders.
It's such a,
Attainable
it's
shoulder.
not intimidating. It's comfy.
I feel like
Safe.
it's tough to like for the monsters to be too hot, generally, especially for like the male-coded monsters, I guess, because we're talking about like the hot like ladies and lady monsters. But one, I think hot lady monster is more of a trope than hot male monsters. So they're like the male monsters are never hot. And then two, like I feel like sometimes you see them so briefly. It's like if you were hot, would I even have known? You know what I mean? It's like a flash in the pan. So
Yeah.
I don't think there's. Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like once they're they're like too monstery.
Do we
They're
count
never, like, hot.
the Fox Man, Haley from Silent Hill F? That's
Let's
a
show
hot.
him off. Let's
That's
show
a
him
hot
off.
villain. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know, so Haley and I are playing through Silent Hill F together, like handing off the controller stuff. And there's like a villain in there who is
Okay,
a fox.
Yeah,
And
No, I just looked this up.
he's got like a fox mask on, and I think he's pretty attractive.
But
He's
it's just
very
a
good
guy
looking.
in a mask, right?
Yeah, but he also has
Maybe
long
he's hot
hair.
as horror character.
That's why Sarah likes him.
He's got some riz though. Like, yeah, he's like, tell me if you need a break, and like
But look at his ponytail.
I'm taking this guy
Those
over
are
Leon
only
Kennedy.
downside. His ponytail is thin as hell. Like
His
5
ponytail's
hairs
what
in
is
there.
thin?
Oh, yeah.
Five
His what
hairs
is
in there.
thin?
His ponytail.
His ponytail. Okay. Yeah, I guess he shouldn't be tying it back then.
He's tying it back and it's so thin.
He should just cut it off.
But I think if you put if you like take personality, everything else out of it, you put this like, what's this guy's actual name? Is he just
It's
Foxman?
like Foxman, low-key,
just
yeah.
Fox Man for at least the
That is
put
like
Fox Man
5 strands of hair. What the heck?
Against Leon Kennedy, I think I would pick this Foxman.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
This game's so funny because it's like, don't trust the Foxman, and then every scene we're like, hi.
He's so hot.
Does he
though.
take his mask
Hi,
off
Fox
in game?
guy.
Because I see I'm going on Google Images and I see him
That's
without
the
the mask.
spoilers,
Because he's hotter.
Janet. We
I don't
can't look
know.
yet. We haven't gotten to that point yet.
Is it a
Oh, I don't know if he
spoiler?
does, or if this is just like a fan rendered. Because like sometimes people just make
yeah,
stuff for
maybe.
like, you know what I
Don't
mean,
try
for
to
like
backtrack it.
thumbnails. I don't know. I haven't played the game. I don't even know who this man is. I'm just looking to see if he's hot.
Do you think he is?
So yeah, I think he's hot.
I
Okay.
think he is hot too. It's
But I
just
think
that the
in
hair
this
gives me
context, I
the-
think with the mask on though, like the mask kind of working against him. Because I feel like
Oh.
But
you know
I
what
like
I
the
mean?
mystery, you know, and then knowing
Yeah.
that he's hotter under the mask, like that's just like an extra. That's like a little extra treat.
I think that you can tell that he is hot even with the mask on if you see him straight on, which in the video footage you're seeing him more from angles.
It's like how you can still tell that Haley's hot because she has just half a bunny mask on.
Yeah,
Stop
it's kind of
it.
the hot bottom half of the face.
Yeah, it's like
Risen
it's
me
not
up, as
too
the
much
kids say.
mystery.
Also, there's a picture that I see. I don't know if it's real because it's on Facebook, so it could be fake. Of the actor that the person's model also hot. So I think it's like, you know what I mean? Because you're really just scanning people in at this point.
Yeah.
With a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the
This
attractive
person's
people
pretty
they
hot.
put in horror games.
Yeah.
I feel like they knew that everybody liked Pyramid Head, and they were just like, here, damn, with the Fox Man.
Oh, what about Mike from Until Dawn? He's pretty hot. He's pretty hot.
I just remember what
Here, I'll show you. I'll show you.
I'm having to
He
look
has
at
like
the-
he is.
He's got jerk face real bad, and that makes him less hot to
that's
me.
so sad.
He's like
definitely.
so funny though. He's funny.
If I saw
Yeah, I
this
li-
guy
I
in
like
real
him.
life, I'd be like, oh my god, like he's so attractive.
Yeah, right.
you
That's what
know?
I'm saying. Like he's classically hot. But
Yeah,
then he
he's
also has
hot.
he's funny in this game too.
He's classically hot, but not in an annoying way.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Boy next door way.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. He's like hottest guy you work with kind of thing.
Yes.
Not like-
Maybe it's just
Oh, that's a great way
the
to
life
phrase
I've
it.
lived, but no. I don't find this guy hot.
What about the other? Okay, there's another guy from The Quarry. Let's see if he's hotter. What was his name? The Quarry. I can't remember his name. The Quarry. I can't type because I still haven't cleaned my
the
keyboard.
Corey man.
Characters. I forgot that. What's her name from?
Brenda Song.
Brenda Song. I would literally all I do is think about Brenda Song when it comes to the Quarry.
Song.
It's honestly the Quarry
She was
featuring
really
Brenda Song.
good.
That's what it
Yeah,
should be
she was
called.
really good
She
in The
was
Quarry.
good. And like it's funny because I know almost no actors' names. This is like a hyper specific character flaw
only know
have.
Disney
Of, like I don't know.
actors.
I only know like I can name like 12 actors. Like it's really bad.
And most
But
of them were
I
on
know
the Sweet
Brenda
Life of Zack and
Song.
Cody.
Because like when this game came out, all anyone was talking about was Brenda Song. So that's Brenda Song. So like it's tattooed in my mind that like, yeah, that's Brenda Song. I'm never gonna forget her.
Jacob.
So is this the hot guy you're bringing?
Yeah.
Again, he has jerk face. I
He
can't.
He does have jerk face, I will admit.
He
But
looks
take
too
off
much
the-
like
if
a
he-
football player.
Yeah,
if
he
he
looks
took
like
off
a
the
frat
backwards
bro.
hat, it would help.
yeah, the backwards hat isn't helping him. That's what my friend said.
He's
too.
definitely he is conventionally attractive, but he's not hot.
Yes.
interesting.
Well, he's
For me.
just he's the classic kind of boring hot.
Yeah, but it's like no, I can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, like Brenda Song's
take- me and
hot
Pyramid
in this
Head
scene,
are gonna
so
be
it's unfair
here.
to him. I
Yeah.
love that these actors are just like, yeah, I'll be in these games. That's so fun. I know Remy Malik and Hayden Panettiere were in Until Dawn, so it started early, but
Yeah.
Brenda Song.
If I was an actor, I would
stuff.
like die to be in one of these games.
I know, me
Like
too,
and just get
right?
killed. Even not as an actor, I'm like, what Kickstarter I gotta pay to let
So
me get
fun.
killed in one of these games?
Oh, it'd be so fun.
Yeah.
And these games look great too. Like that's Brenda Song's face near identity.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the motion
specifically
capture in
the
these games is
Quarry.
really
That's just
good.
her.
Specifically the Quarry, it felt like they had a separate budget for the Quarry.
It
That wasn't
did.
like we're Supermassive Dark Pictures anthology. It's definitely giving like, okay, we had to, we did what we could with what we had a little bit.
Mhm.
The Quarry looks good. It plays really well. Like I think
Yeah.
it might be their best project that they
I think
made,
so, too.
even though
This
I
was
still haven't
like
finished it.
them trying to recreate like the success of Until Dawn, I
Yeah,
think.
it
Is what like the
was.
Quarry was.
Yeah.
Um,
Everyone could live, everyone could die vibes.
But I still like House of Ashes the best because that one got the weirdest.
House of Ashes, honestly, like that's my current like their top game, but I have to finish the Quarry to like really rate it. House of Ashes is super underrated, and we're getting a little bit off topic from hot people, so apologies for deviating to like talking about because where does it takes place?
Yeah,
in
I'm sorry. What kind of
Afghanistan, right?
podcast is this? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Sorry,
it's a
you're
podcast
right.
where we
Sorry,
talk
it's
about
supposed to
who's
be
hot.
yeah. The point is,
But I want to talk about the military and my horror
I know
games.
because the one thing I want to say though about that game when they announced that it was going to be about like the war in Iraq in part, I thought, oh, they're going to like fuck this up so bad. It's going to be so head ass. It's going to be either head ass or problematic or both. And they did a great job with it. Like it is wildly good. So yeah, shout out to that. But no hot people in it that I know of. I mean, I think
yeah,
a lot of the
Ashley
Supermassive people
Tisdale's in
are
there,
decent
but-
looking. Well, hot men, I guess, because that's what the subject we're on now.
Yeah.
For
Well, we
women,
can
it's going to be
switch to
so
hot
easy.
girls.
Oh my god, women.
That
Yeah.
would be we too
Every
many to
single
list.
one.
I know.
Yeah.
How annoying is that?
Very
Definitely
annoying.
like Claire from Resident Evil.
Claire
I
Redfield.
mean, she's not like the hottest girl in the world or anything, but that's like because she was RE2, the ultimate bisexual horror game. Because you got Leon and you have Claire. The jacket's also caring for Claire, which is that red jacket.
Yeah.
And Resident Evil, they just know how to put jackets on hot
They
character
sure
models.
do. They really do
And
know
it
how to
works
put
for
on
them.
jackets.
They're gonna do it every time. But yeah, I love Claire.
I preferred Ada Wong. I think she's
Oh yeah,
Ada Wong.
Oh yeah, Ada
Yeah.
Wong's definitely like the
She's
hottest
a
one there.
classic.
She's a
But, like,
classic.
The thing is just like Ada Wong was like put in this game to be hot. I mean, obviously she's doing her own thing. But it's like it's weird how they like didn't see the Leon Kennedy coming as much.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, Ada Wong is like the hot person on the game. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no.
What
if you
outfit is
created-
just so iconic. It's hard to have an iconic outfit in a horror game, I guess. You know, like I think like if someone was like, "Who's Ada Wong?" I'd be like, "Red dress with the black strappy outwards bra thing."
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's so iconic.
She knows her brand.
She knows her brand, and her haircut's so
Have
cool.
you guys played Parasite Eve, or at least like
No.
know
No.
the protagonist? Her name is Aya Brea or Brea. It's Brea, and she's like one of my favorite horror protagonist designs. She just looks so badass.
What's the game?
Parasite Eve.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing this now.
Let me see.
She does look cool.
I mean, it started as a PS1 game, so she looks like a PS1 character in that one.
Oh.
But there's like renders of her that are hot. And then there was a PSP game, so she got a few more polygons to her.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. This is giving.
No,
like,
she does look good though.
polygonal boobs.
No, you gotta just
era.
like look up
No,
a
no, you
picture
gotta
of
get,
her.
like,
I don't know I don't know that the polygons are
She
gonna.
looks cool there.
This is a job for Google Images.
Yeah, okay. Aya Brea. Aya Brea. I like her outfit.
Aya Brea.
In this.
Yeah, she has some pretty iconic outfits.
This is the giving
she's
horror
cool.
the horror game protagonist outfit.
Yeah.
Yep.
The short
Yeah,
hair
her third
too.
birthday outfit, which is the PSP one, is like it's like the most distressed jeans can possibly be without like
Absolutely.
failing to be pants.
Oh yeah, there's like
It's so good.
she's got. Is it the one with the jorts? Is it
Uh,
jorts?
she-
She's
I-
got jorts
oh, I think
with like
she has-
knee-high boots.
Oh, these
Okay,
ones?
Yeah,
it's not jorts. It's a lot of holes in those jorts.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
holes in those jorts.
I think they started
well,
as
she
pants.
needs
and then they
to
became
be able to breathe
jorts.
through her skin. So
Mm.
Oh, she's like quiet.
there's,
Okay.
there's a
Yeah,
reason.
I do feel
for
like
all those
Kojima games
holes.
are also horror games, but like just to me specifically.
I mean, we gotta talk about Lady D. Let me Demetrius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady-
Yeah,
I guess it'll
yeah.
be like the hot monster
Yeah. Just
vibe.
God,
Is she a monster?
Yeah, she's a monster.
Yeah, she's a vampire.
I mean, like I know she is. Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, she's part of the structure. Like, she's one of like the gifted, right? Or like the ones that have like abilities, and she
Yeah.
uses them for evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely a monster, hot monster lady.
she's so
Mhm.
hot. It's insane.
I guess her daughters are also hot, but like no one pays attention. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of there's like the underlings, so they're not
Well,
as bespoke.
It's again that like boring normal hot to interesting hot. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
her daughters are normal hot, but it's not very interesting.
She
But
I love the way she
has
looms.
power. She has
Yeah.
power about her.
I want her to loom over me like that.
Resident
Everybody
Evil
I
also has
think
iconic
wants
hats.
to be this, like wants to be
This is crazy.
Lady D for like a day,
This
you
is
know,
porn
like
Yeah.
just to see what it would
cutscene
feel like.
game. It's just the internet did explode when this game came out. I remember everyone, but like the men were goo goo guying at her more because she's like has boobs and stuff. I feel like she had a unique capture on female gamers who were like, yes, exactly this. This is what we want.
Yeah. I think it's especially what's fun about Lady D as a character, in like her sexiness being integral to like who she is as a character is like both kind of almost have like having this, oh, I'm scared, but like I'm turned on, but like whatever. Is that she's like the height aspect of it. Cause it's not like, yeah, she has a low cut top, but it's not like she's just like, oh, she just has huge boobs or whatever. Like she has like intrigue to her, the sexuality of her design that I think makes her like a more
Yeah.
compelling character than just like, okay, anyone can make like a good looking person and then just take their clothes off slightly. It's like that's not that interesting. But she had like an aura and energy. Like the voice actress that like did her VO was like had a really great performance to her. So it just it really was like an experience of a character that was like, yes, like
Yeah.
she's like the tall, hot, step on me, mommy kind of like trope, but she had a lot more dynamics to her that I think made her like this force in a really cool way. So yeah, they really snapped
Also,
on.
how often
The
are we
matriarchy
doing
vibe.
the tall step on me mommy trope? Like I get that that's a trope, but like it's not like you're seeing it constantly everywhere.
Depends on where you look.
Okay,
on what you're
I'm
Googling,
wherever
yeah.
I'm looking, I'm
Maybe
not
you gotta
seeing it
start-
all the
you gotta start
time.
looking.
Sometimes.
If you're looking, you might be liking, you know?
I'd be seeing
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I don't think games, like, oh, there's so many games that do it, but I think it is, like, kind of like how, like, monster fucker is, like, a trope of things. It's like that, or monster lady. It's, like, in that vein, where it's, like, kind of just baked into the ether of tropes you can pull from in horror. And, like, it's not as popular as, like, zombies in games, but it is, like, I think maybe an underutilized trope that like you don't see as much in like big AAA. I can't speak to all of indie because I haven't explored that. Because honestly, indie horror games are some of the most scary because they're like, we're making this for a specific kind of like sicko, and I'm like, that's not me. That's not me. I'm mainstream. I'm gonna go over with Capcom. Please get in front of me. You know. So no shade to what they do, but it's just more. You know, it has more mass appeal. Thus, it's
Yeah.
less scary, which is nice because I'm scared.
She's just so cool. She makes me scared that she's disappointed in me at the same time as being like it's
Yeah,
hard
like
to
I
do
want
that.
to please her.
I know. Like when a freaking zombie hits me, I'm like, F you. When she hits me, I'm like, oh my God, there's extra layers of feelings because her character is so good and she looks so cool. The way that she's too big for her environment, she bends over to
Yeah.
get through doorways. It's like all these things that are just like make her
It
really
is kind of a
interesting.
bummer that you get through her part first. So
Yeah.
yeah, kind of. But it's like it also is like, you know, put the best first.
Yeah.
And then I feel like when we got to the end of Resident Evil 8 and you had to do like the weird like monster truck jam fight with like
Yeah,
I
Resident Evil
was
usually
like,
ends,
I
like, in
just
a
don't
mech.
care anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like-
mech fight.
They're
They
like,
lost
we
me
need
a
to
bit
give you
there.
like an Uzi.
Yeah, they
like
did.
every almost every Resident Evil game's like, and now you're in a robot, or now you have big gun, and it's gun v gun, and I'm like, I guess I shouldn't be disappointed anymore because this is what you always do, but I never really enjoy it, and I don't think that many people do. But you know, I don't know. It's kind of just how they've. I mean, it's not every game is like that, but a lot of their more action oriented ones are like, and now you do a big fight. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Resident
Big
Evil
fight
has
is just
such, like-
you run in a circle.
yep,
Yeah,
mhm.
it has like such interesting tone shifts within the series, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be a horror game in theory, but then every once in a while you're like, what? Like this is just funny. This is scary or anything.
Because like horror
Horror
and
comedy.
comedy go so
Yeah.
hand in hand. Like
Mm-hmm.
I truly think the part of your brain that gets tickled when you're scared is like next to the comedy side or something.
Which is
that
also
would-
next to the slut side. As
it's
well.
all
So it's
together.
all- it's a
smushed
trifecta.
together.
It's all
Yeah.
connected.
But it's kind of like when you
Yeah.
pair a good wine with a food. It's like comedy just pairs well with horror that it's so fun to
Yeah.
be scared and then immediately followed up with a brevity scene. It's like, it just gives you the whole range of emotions in one cutscene. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hope
I mean,
Resident Evil 9 is I think it's gonna be more like 7, which I
Yeah,
just
it's
feel like
giving
was
more
just
dark
scary,
and-
scary, scary.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I like the 4s and the 8s.
Yeah.
Please.
Maybe every odd number is scary, scary, and every even number
I feel
is
like-
silly, silly.
No,
My
'cause
personal
5 is the
favorite-
silliest one of all.
Oh yeah, that's true. And 2 is scary, scary. Actually, no, 2 is silly.
My personal favorite is 2 because I think 2 definitely has some silly moments because I think it just feel like 2 for me feels like a much more even experience. Like I feel like I'm equally scared and doing action at the same time throughout. And then it has these little pockets of like comedy. Like there's like the freaking, you know, it's like light spoilers for it, but they have like that kind of, especially in the remake. I don't remember how it's depicted in the original because I didn't play the original, but like the sort of like Crash Bandicoot-esque chase sequence. It's like, that's just funny. You know,
I
that's just there to
love-
be.
Every game should have a
Funny.
minecart chase sequence in it, okay?
Yes.
Like, period. If there's a mine, there should be a minecart chase sequence, and it is what it is. I don't write the rules.
Yeah.
No,
That was
I
a good
agree.
sequence. I just didn't
So are
like
these-
2 because, what was her name? Claire?
It's too
Yeah.
scary.
Well, it wasn't too scary, but it really pissed me off when they gave her a child. They were like, you're a
Oh, to
woman.
take care of, yeah.
Take care of this child. And then like Leon Kennedy gets to be like an action hero. And it's like, Claire, watch
Baby.
the kid. And I'm like, damn it.
That's annoying. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
happens.
they do
I've
kinda do that to
never
her.
beat it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
it's
like a
not the
lost
whole
child
of her
that she
story,
has to
but it's
take
part of
care
it. Yeah, you're right.
I'll put my
Um,
glasses on for a bit.
is
I can
this-
see.
Well, I think there are more hot women than hot men. Is this also the same thing of like there's like the answer and is Ada Wong the Leon of women
Yeah.
and then we're just done, you know, kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Wow,
like the
like, she's
answer or
not-
is there somebody
yeah.
else we're not considering?
I feel like Resident Evil is a little bit more like you can pick your favorite there, and I think everyone has a slightly different answer. Whereas I feel like most people agree that Leon is the hottest of the male Resident Evil characters.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Jill Valentine's hot too.
That's what I'm saying.
She's cute.
I mean, the male protagonists of Resident Evil are all good looking too, but I feel like Leon kind of
he's
stands
more of a whole
alone in the
package.
front. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like Chris is just hot. He's not
Right.
fun or silly or funny or anything. He's just like what we were saying, like jerk face hot.
Jerk face hot.
That's a category.
He's kind of
for sure.
boring.
He's just boring
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah, he looks
Boring
like
hot.
he signed up to be in the military.
100%.
Chris Redfield. That makes him
He,
not
like,
hot
probably
to me.
literally did.
Or
Or
he,
that's
like-
what he is in the game.
Or he
right?
just goes to CrossFit or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Chris Redfield is also giving "Where were you January 6th" to me, and that just like is immediately kind of like, I'm kind of scared, but not in a sexy way. I'm just scared.
not in a sexy way.
Yeah, I do like the woman you brought forth though, Kelsey. She seems pretty cool. From what did you say, Parasite Eve? Was it?
Yeah,
Was that the game?
she was cool.
Her design seems really cool. I think if I played more of the OG like PS2, like the early aughts horror, I'd have more like women hotties to bring forth because I do think they had
Yeah.
such like a fun style and energy to them. I just didn't play enough of those games to have enough hot people.
Yeah, like I haven't played a Fatal Frame, but the Fatal Frame girlies always have great outfits.
Mm-hmm. My issue though is they're always like underage.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, we
they've
do
got
run into
great
that
fashion.
problem.
They got great fashion.
Great
for us.
fashion. Great
But
fashion.
I feel like the early horror games, it was like, let's take this underage woman and like put her in like a scary situation, and then like let's layer her clothes in a way that she can lose such clothes.
Yeah.
As the game, you're like, dang it.
That's the other thing with horror is, especially early horror, is like, let's commentate on gender, and then it's like misogynistic men making the games. So you're like, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think that's like I mean, I guess that goes into like, it's kind of dark, like content in a way, but like a lot of like the amount of horror that's like, is it good horror or is it just like repeated violence against women?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not like
Yeah.
you can't use violence against women, but I know it's like a big critique of, again, he's not really doing, maybe some of the stuff has horror elements. I've only played Detroit Become Human, so I haven't played the other David Cage games, but it's like a big critique, and not horror, but of David Cage's games, where it's like, did you notice that he's always like torturing women in his games? It's kind of like,
is it a good
it feels
backstory?
like
Is it a
he's
tragic
really
backstory, or
into
you
doing
just-
that. Yeah, because like, he's having other ideas. I'm kind of scared. Yeah, so I do think horror can fall into like some of that stuff.
But they
on
just
the
want to
bad
talk
side.
about gender, those genres. It's like, let's really get into the nitty gritties. And then it's like, the thing I thought about when I was 6 is like the main theme of the game. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, maybe we shouldn't hit women? Huh. Wow, tough lesson we just all learned over 12 hours.
Yeah, we're all learning for the first time. Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
yeah, a different kind of being scared. It's like, oh, I'm scared this might get toxic.
I'm scared that this is all you could come up with as commentary on women.
Yeah.
And then
do you
people will
guys
be
have
like, wow,
anything-
this game's so deep. And I'm like, no, it's not.
I know, that's the
Guys,
other
it's
thing,
so
too.
deep to respect women.
But do you get it?
It's like, wow,
Women are
it
treated
really
bad
said
in
something.
society.
And they're like, wow,
There's like
I
one,
never thought of
one
this.
classic Capcom horror game that somebody read the plot to me, and I was like, that can't be true. And it's Haunting Ground.
Oh my god.
scared.
Yeah.
And it has one of like the most messed up plots
What is
because it's like a female protagonist. I can't remember.
Kelsey's got it.
Don't
Is
worry,
there a
I've got it.
synopsis on the back?
Let's see. Fear, panic, terror. You're lost in an eerie castle. You're being chased. There is nowhere to run. Your only hope for survival lies in the place you'd least expect. Uncover
like, a
the
towel
secret
here?
that
She's
brought
in a
you there.
towel. Good lord.
Yeah. Uncover the secret that brought you there before time runs out. Develop a strong bond with a canine ally for protection. Panic mode creates heightened tension. Let's read the manual. Oh, I don't have a manual. Never mind. I'm a bad collector. I'm sorry.
That's
This game's expensive.
It was expensive?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Is there a
Yeah.
reason it's expensive? Yeah.
Pretty much all horror games are expensive. That's just kind of like what happens. But I think no one bought this or it was like bad. Yeah, let's see. This currently goes for about $350 to $400.
Oh my gosh.
I just remember. Okay,
It's
so
a coach
basically,
purse? That's
It's gonna
crazy.
get
This is a
naked on
coach
here.
purse.
Jesus, I had to skip ahead. It was
Yeah.
giving
Read the
flashes
plot.
there.
it's like one of the villains is Ricardo, and it's like some version of her father, but like a horror version of her father. And he plans to use Fiona to bring about his own rebirth by means of her womb. So he like wants to impregnate her with himself
Ew.
so that he may live forever. And like that's one of the themes.
Yuck.
I know.
How is that a theme? The theme is father.
That's not the
birthing
theme, but it's like
baby
that's one of like the
daughter
this is the
self.
Ricardo
Yeah.
villain. And yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a
That's
teenager.
one of the plot points.
So
That's why it's like I feel like sometimes I see horror games with female protagonists, and it's like it's not as fun as like a horror game
Protect
with
her.
Leon Kennedy, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, well, it's like that classic thing of, and I think there's like obviously, you know, like whenever we talk about like diversity and representation, it's like you want room for both, right? Stuff that's like more explicitly maybe exploring the experiences of like someone from a marginalized group, but also just like someone from a marginalized group just existing and being regular. And I do think like especially early horror fell into the like, well, this isn't your regular horror game. She's a teen girl, so she's a victim. And it's like, what if we just had like a woman and it was the same kind of adventure, but you happen to be a woman? And they're like, why would we do that? That would just be a man. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Like, you know, it's like, oh, well, now we have to like make it something else. Like, it can't just be like the character existing, which again, I think they're in an ideal world, there's space for both. And now that I think more people make games and we have like more conversations on like what makes something good, we still get a lot of like, I think fucked up tropes being used, but there's maybe a little bit less of them, or at least more of the good to help kind of offset the real horror, which is bad representation because the girl's 16 for no reason. When it's like, she could have been 20. They're like, no, we really needed her to be in high school. And I'm like, why? They're like, not for any reason. Why are you analyzing it? I'm like, I don't see why she can't be a little older. I don't know.
It also just feels like if they are of age, it's like they're 18. They're like,
yeah.
And their birthday was
like,
at
look, we
midnight
did it,
and it's
guys. Don't worry.
She's like, yeah, I know exactly.
She's been legal for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, that's why, like, I know the Fatal Frame games have been around for a while, but when I look at them, I'm like, isn't this some perv game? Like, I thought this was a game for perverts, but it's like actually, and then I played it, and I'm like, oh, this is actually like a horror game. But they just added a hot girl to like bait people into playing it.
Yeah.
I always come up with these different ideas for like different things. Like, you know, there's How Long to Beat. We need like, is it for pervs?
Is it a perv game? Yeah.
Is it a perv game? You know, and then it's just like, and then you have like user feedback or like, you know, critic and user feedback of what's the perv scale, what's going on, what's the flavor of like, oh, it's not like a perv game, but there's like a, you know, what are we working with here?
Yeah, because
what am I getting
into?
With, like, what am I signing up for?
Right, it's like Silent Hill F. I got really nervous because like, you know, any kind of like Japanese girl in a school uniform, I start to get a little suspicious.
Yeah.
But I think Silent Hill F, we haven't finished it yet, so like knock on wood. But I feel like it's trying to buck the trope, or almost like that the fear of is what the trope is what the fear of the game is, right? Which is a young girl being overly sexualized and forced to grow up too fast.
Yeah.
You know, going from being a young girl to like having to be like a quote unquote woman.
And that's an interesting thing. It's
so,
like
fingers crossed.
The other fingers crossed. It's
fingers crossed. They don't mess that up.
The other, it's like,
and that's good actually.
No, exactly.
But it's like these games keep doing this same thing with the like, yeah, let's make her 16. Let's make her easily overpowered. Let's blah, blah, blah. It's like, if you just did something different, your game would feel so fresh in a sea of samey shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they still don't because they're like, but that's how scary stuff is. The young girl gets killed very easily. And I'm like, what if you twisted it around?
You have sort of the opposite too, though, where like you also get the horror games where the girl's just like a total badass and she like works for the FBI or whatever.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between.
Yeah, but that's why I think like things like Lady D stick out so much because it's like, wow, a multi-layered, interesting female antagonist. Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, wow, this game's 10 out of 10. I'm like, take note. You could just have an interesting
True.
female
It's like how
character.
We need more female serial killers. We have to close the gap, you know?
Yeah. I think the problem is you just can't connect.
Those questions every year.
You can't connect the murders when it's women, you know, because they kill smarter. So they don't, you know, like if you just poison 18 random people, how are you going to know? No one's going to believe that that's the same person.
Kelsey, I just made a mental note that I'm a little scared of you. Just to keep
all I'm saying
mind.
is there's probably female serial killers out there. They're too smart to be found and categorized as such.
Oh my god, the podcast killer.
Not that I would know any.
Podcast killer.
That's Kelsey.
She lures men into her video game shop.
You open up all her games have a tooth of a victim. Every game case has a tooth. Trying to think what your cool thing would be. Your Dexter box.
But see, that's the thing. If it has a signature thing, that's how they connect it. If you just don't put a little, it's the ego. The ego just put a signature
got caught in Home Alone,
on everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what's getting these serial killers caught.
They got to keep a keepsake.
Honestly.
Women are like, I'm fine. Yeah. I'll just kill and walk home.
Yeah, exactly. Don't think too hard about that. Do you guys have anything that scares you that is not supposed to be scary? Like in a game? Like was there scary...
I have a list of things that have traumatized me in video games.
Let's go. Let's hear them.
Okay, so the first one was, do you guys remember, a lot of these came from Legend of Zelda, which is just a big question mark.
Yeah.
I think ours is one of the same Zelda ones, but my first one was Wind Waker, or in the beginning of the game when you get shot into the castle and you lose your sword into the fortress, and you have to do a stealth section under a barrel, and all like the pigmen start sniffing around your barrel, and it was like baby's first stealth mechanic for me personally. And the music's really intense. And you have to like put the barrel on and like move as slowly as possible, and the pigs will like sniff at you. And if they catch you, an alarm starts sounding and they run at you and like they got their lanterns.
Was it the sniffing?
It was like
That
it
really
was the
got you?
sniffing, and then if you get caught, it gets really loud and like scary, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it like the camera zooms in a little bit when you're almost caught. Yeah, that's fair.
I have
is
one
scary.
from Zelda too,
What's
which
yours?
is the Redead from Ocarina of Time.
Ooh, oh, those are terrifying.
Yeah, those were the scare. I still think those are scary.
No, those are like the worst, most scariest. One of the most scariest Zelda enemies that they keep bringing back.
Yeah.
I know. Everything else would be like, I'm a little bat. I'm a eyeball with wings, and it's like
Yeah.
a bummified.
And this is
corpse.
like I'm like a naked corpse that
And then they
tries
grab
to like
you and
suck
they
the life out of you.
scream.
Yeah.
And
Their
they-
It's
scream is
terrifying.
crazy. Oh, I hear the screams. Yeah,
I
don't
forget
know
what these
why
are. Wait, what are these
They're-
called again?
Redead.
Redead.
Zelda Redead.
They're slow too. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have not seen these. Where are I've played any game that didn't have these guys. I've never seen this man.
Well, because they're
It's
not in
in-
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
Ocarina.
It's in Wind Waker.
oh,
yeah.
then I did see them because I definitely
think
beat Wind
they're in
Waker,
Twilight
but it was so long. I
Princess.
guess I blocked it out.
Twilight Princess has
it's
some
in, I
scary.
think they're in
ones.
Majora's
Later dungeons.
Mask.
I think they are in Majora's Mask too. Yeah. Oh, they latch onto you. Yuck.
I never finished
Yeah,
Majora's Mask
yeah.
or Ocarina. I gotta go back.
Oh,
Terrifying.
Yeah,
Look
these are
at that.
scary.
That's messed up.
It's also like I don't know. It's freaky in a like a bad way, in like a why are you on top of me kind of thing.
Like, get
you
off.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really feel the urgency in moves like that.
Yeah.
My scary non-horror games are most of Mario 64. The eel, of course, iconic.
Oh, of course.
That thing is horrifying. With also a light shout out to the piano in Mario 64. That like it looks like a regular piano, but it's kind of like it's actually kind of like a mimic. I guess I didn't really realize that because I didn't have the language for that at the time. But it's like, oh, it's a piano, and then it's like, oh, actually, it has teeth and it's chasing you
Yeah.
in the haunted area.
Oh,
and
okay.
then
Yeah.
and then a not as like classically scary, but I found scary because I thought also the boss was hard. Like when I was a kid, and even now, honestly, like I hate boss battles. I'm like, I feel like boss battles are the standardized exam of video games where it's like, okay, put everything you have to the test. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I like to just learn and I don't want to be tested. And they're like, you have to. And I'm like, this is stupid. So I never liked it, never felt good at it, always felt stressed by it. And Thwomp, which is like, the blocky guy who goes flat and then you hit him on his back. Thwomp was like a lot. He like looks scary. He's like really intense. And then if you like jumped on him at the wrong time, you kind of just slid down his back. So I just found the whole thing to be a distressing experience. I made my brother beat Thwomp for me. I don't think I beat Thwomp on my own.
Are you scared?
I'm like, I can't
of
do the backflip
flat
onto him.
Thwomps or this cube thwomps the most?
No, I'm talking about
Those
the
have different names.
He
Yeah,
might be a
that's a
different name.
womp.
I'm talking about the boss
That's
battle.
a womp, Haley.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I'm talking about Thwomp.
Come on.
THWOM. The WOMP.
This guy
Like the
here?
boss.
This one?
Yeah, Thwomp. He's like
Oh.
scary, and you have to
Oh,
kind
wait,
of bait
that's-
him into
okay.
like attacking you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not like the blocky one. He's like the boss, and then you have to
I
like
thought
get
that
on
was
him, and
Thwomp.
it's kind of high. No, he's Thwomp.
I don't like the speed at which
my
he
God.
waddles at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And there's like
upsetting.
not a lot of space. You're kind of floating in like what feels like a nowhere spot. Like what was really great about Super Mario 64 and remains great is it kind of feels like you're playing inside a fever dream a little bit. And I think
Yeah.
we are too grounded in space and time now in 3D platformers. It's like, oh, this is like Water
you're just-
World. It's like sometimes you were like just in hell, kind of. They're like, welcome to hell, and you were like 5, and it was a good time. Anyway, but it was scary.
Mine was the trials in Skyward Sword when you like go and you play your little loot flute, and then this like little thing shows up and you have to go collect these orbs quickly, and if you don't grab an orb or it was like a pillar of light or something, then there's these two, it's kind of like the mannequin thing, honestly. It's like these two scary dudes start chasing you. And it's not like they just like, if you don't get the orb, you lose. They run for wherever they're stuck on the map towards you, like in a frantic way. And if they get you, you just lose. This scared the absolute shit out of me. I was terrified. Like the thought that like, run, quicker, run. And they were coming up behind you. They're so
I literally
fast.
had
Oh, those are
a
freaky.
nightmare when I played this, like I had a nightmare. And I vividly remember, except I was at my grandma's house, and I remember just waking up in like a cold sweat. Because how this worked is there was like areas of light and areas of darkness, and if you accidentally stepped in the wrong area, the monsters would come after you. If you accidentally got too close to a monster, they would come after you. Who like greenlit this absolute tomfoolery cycle? Like, this is horrifying.
Zelda has a lot, like, this series has a lot of freaky stuff, like, to the point where it's a little weird that it's always been considered, like, for kids, because just some of the enemies and some of the, I don't know, intensities of the moments in it are...
This was just so unexpected for, like, Skyward Sword, because, like, Majora's Mask is, like, you know, even, like, everything in there looks spooky, scary, and I still panic when I think about, like, the giants or whatever from Majora's Mask, like the tall, gangly guys at the end. They scare me.
Yeah.
But like, what the hell's going? This isn't Twilight Princess. Like, put this weird stuff in Twilight. This is Skyward Sword.
This is supposed to be the happy one.
Yeah, it just, you know, it's got primary colors and shit. What's happening?
The fact that it has the stamina wheel too, which is just so stupid in this game. Literally, why? Let's add a stamina wheel, but put fruit every 5 steps to fill it up. I'm like, at that point, just don't have the stamina wheel, because all you're doing is giving me excuse to not use your mechanic.
Oh, it was if you touch the water. It was if you touch the water, the monsters would come after you. And then they also had like the patrolling sentry units that if they saw you, you'd also get in
there was
trouble.
like 10 things you had to worry about, and the music changes to like da-na-na-na-na-na, and then they start running, like the screen flashes. It's kind of like just the worst thing I've ever experienced. And they don't just do it once; they do it every area you go to. Every
you have to do it a lot, and it's more and more, and it gets more difficult.
And then it's like movement sucks, the stamina wheel sucks. It's like this game is the platforming sucks. So this game is like, hey, do a bunch of running platforming and also be stressed the whole time. Let's show off our mechanics. I'm like, this literally is the worst thing I've ever played. I hated it so much. Look, there's another freaking fruit for your stamina bar. So just don't have a stamina. There's one another 5 feet away. Just don't have stamina bars. I can't put this game.
I think it was one developer who was like,
back in the day.
They're like, I know, like I like to imagine it was just one developer who was like, hey, we're gonna use my stamina bar, right? Yeah. Don't worry. They're like, hey, it's not good with the stamina bar. Don't worry, we're gonna put fruit every fucking 5 seconds. No one's gonna run out of stamina. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I hated it.
Yeah, I never played this game, but I never, so I don't know. I can't like say that it's bad because I haven't played it, but it definitely feels like it got like the Zelda bump where people were like, this is great, right? We love it because Zelda, and then people were like, do we like this game? And now everyone's like, we can all agree we hated this one. And it's just kind of a weird
I don't know. And then remember when they
trajectory.
were like, if you like, you know, gliding in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, it first came from Skyward Sword. And it's like, no, it didn't. There was like the Deku Leaf and Wind Waker. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, it's a good thing we're remaking Skyward Sword because you guys should all love it since you like gliding so much in Tears of the Kingdom.
Ugh. And Fee, I think I've already ranted about Fee for like 80 minutes on this podcast. I hate her with the biggest passion in the world. She's such a freaking idiot. Oh, you are low on health. She just popped like your screen's already going
low on battery.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. And she's like, do you know you are low on health? I'm like, you are the least help. She's not helpful. She has absolutely no personality. That's her point, is that she's just like a robo. And at the end,
have
like,
a 99% chance.
There's a 99% chance that you are sad. And he's like actively crying. I'm like, thanks, Fee. God, you idiot. I hated her every time she popped
the OG AI
in your face. She literally is ChatGPT in Zelda. But you don't enter in prompts. She just yells at you every so often. Random shit. That's not helpful.
Maybe I should just be able to put 2 and 2 together, but I kind of do get like a little bit of a mixed signal vibe. Y'all with Skyward Sword, game you liked holistically, game you didn't like, game you recommend playing? Like I kind of know the discourse of like everyone online, but like, what is y'all's
I think I didn't like it
on it.
I think because I played this when it was a Christmas present in 2011 when it came out. I remember I got this for Christmas, and I remember liking it, but then like questioning myself. Like, it was almost kind of like the Zelda bump thing. I'm like, I have to like it. It's a Zelda, and then like thing after thing kept happening that I didn't like, and I'm like, well, that's weird. I'm not liking a Zelda. That doesn't feel right to my brain. And I was like,
right.
It got like such a crazy pass for so long because it was
especially
a Zelda game.
after Wind Waker into Twilight Princess into this, which I feel like, you know, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are two of my favorite Zelda games, then you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Anyways, I will never pass on a chance to dunk on Skyward Sword.
I will dunk on Skyward Sword as well. It's like a petulant child. It's like, I'm a Zelda. You can't touch me. I'm like, but what about how the fact that you're a complete ass and all your mechanics aren't cohesive and aren't good and aren't fun and your characters are the worst and your side quest buddy is the worst and all the dungeons suck. And it's like, but I'm Zelda. Like, that's like literally what I feel like this game is. And I'm like, okay.
So,
and then
good points made all around. Okay.
Gave it a 10 out of 10. It's my own personal horror game. It just makes me angry.
It's the horror of disappointment.
Yeah. I was so excited for this. It's really just like, look at Wii Motion Plus. But that, again, I could scream about the stamina bar a million times. So stupid.
You know, in my reality,
like
there is no Skyward Sword because the
bar.
Wii just gets removed from history. We just have to head on through to Switch.
Only
time.
time
I guess
I've
we
been
have over
jealous
Wii
of
U-ville, I guess, but
Janet and her Wii U. But I feel like the stamina bar was like the beginning of the end. They're like, what's this for? And it's like, dun.
It's just so much better implemented in Breath of the Wild. Like, I can see what they wanted to do because it's like, you know, we want to make sure that in Breath of the Wild, it makes sense because you can go anywhere. So it's trying to put a little bit of a cap on your exploration, that there's a bit of friction. So you're not just like, I will climb Mount Everest and not break a sweat. This game was linear. So like, it didn't need a effing stamina bar to go from one room to a loading screen to another room. It was purpose. I feel like it did it on purpose to slow the game down to make it seem longer to warrant its price tag. Is generally the only reason it had a stamina bar. And it gave me a panic attack with this freaking stupid trial thing. It gave me my very first panic attack ever was playing this game in my basement.
That's so funny.
I remember that so
me
clearly.
too.
Yeah, because I just started hyperventilating and freaking out, and my mom was like, "Turn off the game! You're freaking out!" And I was like, because it like got me so stressed out running around Farron Woods.
And she's like, "This is the worst Christmas gift I've ever
It was the
given."
desert one. I remember the desert one is the hardest one because it has like all the sand traps and crud.
Zelda games frustrate me sometimes because every once in a while there's just that one thing that I feel like I specifically am bad at and can't get through, and then I get super mad because I'm like, it's a Zelda game, this shouldn't be that hard. Literal children play this.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's like the correct children though, right? Like it's like kids that are good at games play it. Like you can't just sleepwalk through a Zelda game. Like you really have to it is like really like a layered, mechanically dense game. Like, you know, we in our cozy games episode we were talking about the levels of like layers to a lot of cozy games in terms of what it's asking the player to do, and I feel like Zelda is that, but kind of doubled. Again, it's not that it's like, oh, the game's like super hard, but there's like so many pieces you have to know, and you also have to know the language of the game. Because I remember playing my first like Zelda game for real and being like getting stuck on a puzzle where the solution was to shoot the eye with the arrow. Which kind of like Resident Evil, funny enough, with like horror, where it's like a lot of Resident Evil games is just shoot the eyeballs. But here it's like shoot the eyeball icon. And I'm like, how was I supposed to fucking know to do that? And the answer of whoever I asked was like a family friend or whoever was like, oh, well, it's a Zelda game. So you just know to do that. And now I know to do that because I did it once. And it is a thing where if you do it once, you know how to do it. But I swear to God, the game that I played doesn't teach you that at all. So they're like very...
It just assumes you've played a Zelda game before.
Yeah, they're like, you can figure out the whimsy. Like, and I think they're like really like fun and cool, unique games in that sense because they like bring a lot to the table in terms of style and like place and time and like kind of it's like the fantastical whimsy of the games I think is really fun. But they are like quite challenging. Like they're like low-key hard games.
I do feel like they've pulled it back with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom though, because there's like less dungeony aspects of it. Sorry,
I will say, Sarah, that electric boss, like whatever, you know, the fucking divine beast, that shit rocked the fuck out of me. I ran straight to the guides. I said, how do I beat this fucker? And they're like, you're gonna need your electric suit, you're gonna need your master sword. I said, okay, we gotta go on like a 20-hour quest to figure this shit out, because like
turn around and come back later.
Might just be skill issue on my part, but like that thing, that was the hardest thing that
one
rocked
for sure.
me. But yes, generally, you know, you can kind of, I think because it is free form, you can kind of just like, well, I'm just gonna, I'm getting all these apples, and they're like, you're really strong now. I'm like, yippee! But generally, like some of those things I was like, and then mind you too, I felt like the puzzle in that one, I'm like really bad at those puzzles where it's like, if you know what you're doing, you're like, I do A, then I do C, then I do D, E, and then B. But for me, I just pull levers until the shit works. Like I never have any like logic or rationale. Like I don't know how to conceptualize.
Like have to rotate it a bunch of times? Yeah.
And then my reward after busting my ass to like fucking figure out or turn the fan on is like a boss that like literally devastated me. So I was like, okay. And then I put the game down for like years and then came back and was like, okay, let's figure this shit out. Let's come back. And then,
but like, that's the thing, not to like, I'm not trying to shoehorn us back to horror games, but like, that's the thing about horror games is it's like, you work so hard to do like a puzzle and then you're like, what's my reward? And they're like, being scared. Now we can scare you more. It's actually a reward. It's a jump scare. And I'm like, oh, yippee.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about puzzles in these games, too. Some of them are stinkers. Just like, what if you turned a cube around 3 times? Wow, good puzzle. We need more puzzle game devs to come over to horror and like really get some good-ass puzzles in there, you know?
That's a great point. Because I feel like, and I didn't play a lot of Crow Country, so maybe I'm like, I don't know, being maybe too harsh on it. But that was the thing I didn't like about Crow Country. It's like chasing this like old school PS1 vibes. But it came with like the PS1, like, I don't know how to solve this puzzle kind of. And like I hit a lot of the walls personally. Maybe that's just like a puzzle skill issue on my part. But I really like, I think it's where I go back to Resident Evil, where Resident Evil is like, the puzzles are like real simple and it's like, okay, cool. I can just kind of, but not so simple that I feel like, okay, they literally thought I was an idiot. It's like one step above idiot. So that's a good spot for me to be. Because the puzzles that I hate are like the Uncharted puzzles where it's like, I'm trying to solve it and it's like, check your notebook, and Notebook Deadass just has the answer in it. And I'm like, okay, fun. Good times. Good, me and Nathan Drake hanging out. But I feel like Resident Evil, what I like about a lot of those puzzles is, with some exceptions, sometimes you are like taking an item from point A to point B and you're like getting scared in between. But sometimes you can just enter a room and they're like, hey, the room's full of blood, but nothing's going to really come out. Figure out how to turn these statues. And I'm like, some nice piece. And they're like, your reward? A little staircase. Now down the staircase, you're probably gonna get your ass whooped, but you kind of, can go on your own volition. So and the thing I really like about Resident Evil as well is like, I just love the settings. Like I love how bespoke and detailed the settings are. It's the power fantasy of like, what if I not only owned a house, but what if it was like a fucked up little weird mansion with like the bookshelf where you pull the book and then there's like something behind. Like I really like that stuff. And I feel like Resident Evil leans a lot into that, like in its puzzle solving as well, which I enjoy the pageantry of like what you get for the puzzle solution.
Yeah, and I do appreciate the separation of puzzle from action. I hate when I have to do a puzzle while the scare is also simultaneously happening. Yeah. So like, if I know that there's like something running after me or chasing me, and like suddenly I have to do like a match 3 puzzle, I can't. I have like nary a brain cell in the world that can help me do that or something. But I like the separation. Yeah, separate my puzzles from my horror. I like it separate. Don't cross the streams. I get scared. And then I can't do it.
Same.
It's that horror like performance anxiety. Like, oh, but when like I could do it, but now that I know that there's a ghost chasing me, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I can't stack the stresses like that. It just doesn't. I just break down. Should we move on to our challenge mode for this week?
Yeah.
Okay. Haley has prepared some incredible horror game trivia for us, which you, the listener, can play along with because it's all going to be audio.
All right, I have prepared for you a quiz, an audio quiz that even our lovely listeners can take part in because we realize that this works well. So let's keep doing it. We have horror game sounds. I'm going to give you guys 2 options, so it's not too hard. So two options
Easy
to pick
quiz.
between. You'll see.
Yay.
Ooh. First up is this sound I'm about to play.
Oh my God.
The Resident Evil 8 Weird Baby or the PT Sync Baby?
Oh, wow.
All right, you guys can unmute. Are you ready?
Yep.
What was that?
Was it? I don't know the PT Sync baby.
It's got to be the Resident
Evil?
weird
Yeah.
baby.
Because I remember it having more of like a baby vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like once it started laughing, I'm like, I remember he
The
he just
PT
wants
baby
to
just-
play.
The PT baby just cries. Like the PT baby just goes wah 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 wah, and that baby sounded like it was like. That baby sounded a little more evil. So I'm gonna say Resident Evil 8. Weird baby.
Is that
Your
final
baby
answer?
also, yeah, look. Yes.
Kelsey, do you
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
That is correct. That was the Resident
Yay.
Evil weird baby.
You're really good at making me feel like I'm wrong.
Yeah, be a
All
great
right.
game show host.
Well done. Next up, we have. Wait, did I do that twice? Oops. Is this the Silent Hill nurse, or is this a Silent Hill CMs, which is these weird things with duct tape on their arms that are another enemy from Silent Hill?
Does it also have a woman on its back?
Maybe. Gender. Okay, ready? You may unmute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was too quick. Sorry. That was really loud also. Okay. Give it a second. Which one was it? That is Silent Hill 3 as well.
I'm like, Sarah?
For a hint.
Oh. Well, the hard thing is, like, I feel like I heard heels, right? So my first thought was Silent Hill nurse, but then I heard, like, the heavy breathing.
Yeah,
And
it
now I'm
doesn't
thinking
sound
it's
very-
the Silent Hill Siams or whatever, because I don't think the nurses make any noise?
I think
I don't know. I'm torn.
I don't know Silent Hill at all, but I was leaning on the Siams because it just sounded like it had a more of like a dragging effect, like a heaviness to it.
Mm.
But Kelsey, do you have a? We're kind of just going off speculation anyway.
I
so
have
do you
no idea.
a
I'm like
feeling?
looking up this enemy because I can't even like tell what's going on with this thing.
It's hard to tell. There's nothing wrong with the sound bites, but it's hard to tell what is the noise like the protagonist is making, because it's a lot. Is a heavy
Yeah.
breathing coming from the protagonist, or is it coming from the monster? Because from the monster, then I feel like it is the nurse, because you do hear the click clack of some heels.
Do we want to hear it one more time?
Want to hear it again?
Yeah, can we hear it one more time?
Okay.
Okay.
Skip that over. That's not the playable character breathing. I'll give you that. Those grunts were the playable character hitting
Okay.
it.
Okay. I feel like it's got to be the Siam then, because it's because of the heavy breathing. But like looking at it, it has like these big chunky arms. I feel like I
Yeah.
expect to hear some thunks, and I didn't hear any thunks.
I'll go with the Siams
I don't know, guys.
also.
I'm gonna go with B, just because I don't remember the nurses very well. But I don't think they
Yeah.
would breathe in such an unattractive way.
They're too perfect.
They
Yeah,
breathe
it's not sexy enough.
sexily.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that everyone's final answer?
yeah.
Final answer.
Oh, unfortunately, that was the nurses from Silent Hill 3.
Wow. Oh my god.
Whoa!
Well,
They should really work on their.
I guess
sexy
I'm more
breathing.
sexist than I thought because, like, you don't think a nurse can sound like a lump of duct tape flesh? Think again.
Yeah, my bad.
There is a lady duct taped to him, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right, question number 3. Is this the Dayaka Prince of Persia Warrior Within? Is this the Dayaka from the Prince of Persia Warrior Within, or the Xenomorph from Alien Isolation? Ready?
Ready.
ready.
Would you like to hear it again?
I'm scared in real life. That
I
scared
feel like
me.
it's gotta be the B Xenomorph.
That's what I was thinking, the
I
Xenomorph.
hope it is. That's what I want it to be.
Yeah, it sounds right.
I have
Yeah.
no relation to the Dahaka Prince.
Yeah, I don't know
or
what
the
the
Dahaka from
Dahaka
Prince
is.
of Persia.
The Dayaka Prince of Persia.
There's
the
the Prince
Dahaka
of Persia
Prince, it
and then the
is-
Dahaka
Prince of
Prince
Persia.
of Persia.
It is giving monster fucker might I add, whoever this Dahaka is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But because I think aren't the clicks? Doesn't like the alien like do kind of clickies? And I feel like I heard clickies.
Do you want to hear it again?
No, I feel like I can lock in B unless somebody
Yeah,
else
B.
wants to be
I
passed.
don't
feels
want to
A.
hear that again.
No.
I'm scared.
B.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Is it okay? Unless it's
Yay!
wrong, then I don't choose B.
You started like getting mad that you got it wrong.
Yeah, because you always make me feel like I'm wrong.
That was correct. That is the hiss of the xenomorph from Alien Isolation. Question
Oh
number
no, I forgot I
4.
had this Reese's peanut butter cup in my pocket, and now my body heat melted
Oh, I
it.
melted it up.
No.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
this next
go
one.
ahead.
Is this a Dead Space Brute or a Dying Light the Behemoth?
Okay, I feel like we need to talk strategy on this one. I don't know either of these.
Yeah, what are we listening for?
But like one of them has. Do they both lack jaws? What's going on here?
I think they
One of
both
them is
have jaws.
substantially fleshier than the other.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
ready?
Dead Space Brute doesn't have as much flesh. He's all
Get the
contained.
flesh. Interesting strategy.
Yeah, we gotta talk. Okay.
The ones in
ready?
space, ones on Earth. Okay, we're ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
What
feel
do
like
we
Haley's
think?
evil, so I'm gonna start with that because that could be any of them. But I want to. I don't want to lean anyone anywhere, but my gut says A because it sounds very like mechanical, and I feel like Dead
Yeah.
Space has a lot of like space machinery vibe. But also Haley knows that, and I already established that she's kind of evil, so maybe she's doing this to fuck with us. Other thoughts?
I also was thinking A, mostly because it sounded more animalistic, and
Yeah.
the Dying Light behemoth looks like a man, and I feel like it would sound
Yeah.
more human, and the other one sounded more like a guttural rage animal. So I feel like
Yeah,
I was
Dead
leaning
Space-
more toward A.
Brute gives like alien animal, and the Dying Light Behemoth looks more like human experiment gone wrong or something.
Yeah, they're kind of like
so-
mutant zombie kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Don't at me. I played the one that everyone hated, and I liked it fine. So don't come. You can't complain to me. Read my review on my website.
Let's
A?
go with Dead Space Brute.
A.
That is correct.
Yay!
That is a Dead Space
We had a good
Brute.
strategy.
That was
I
a
was
really
like,
good strategy,
I have to get this
actually.
because I talked about Dead Space so much. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be so humiliating if I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't you memorize the sounds of all the monsters
Yeah.
when you played it?
A little bit, not the monsters, but the vibes. The vibes were there.
That was really good strategy going into it. Like that. All right, next one. Is this Cheryl Mason talking or Jill Valentine talking?
Oh no.
Hey, we'll
Yeah.
see. Who sounds hotter? Just keep that in mind.
I feel like Jill Valentine seems older than Cheryl Mason.
Hmm.
I think she is too. And also,
Yeah.
I think they're leaning on tropes, and for some reason, I think they're gonna make the blonde more innocent sounding, while Jill's like, oh, her hair's brown. She's serious. Like,
Yeah,
I don't-
She's competent.
Brunettes are badasses.
listener,
got
I do not
competency
agree
brown.
with what they're doing here. Yeah. I do not believe in these boxes, but the characters also are in boxes in the Canva, so I feel like it's only fair to put them in boxes when we talk about them. So I'm ready to hear
Okay.
it.
You ready?
Hey, come on. There's a helicopter waiting to take you to safety. I have to get that vaccine back. What the fuck?
Who is that?
It's
Wait, is
gotta
that one
be
person
Jill.
talking?
Yeah, that's gotta be Jill, right?
It's gotta be Jill, because she sounded so competent, and she's a brunette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Going with Jill.
Is that the final answer?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That is correct. That was Jill Valentine.
Hell yeah.
I was ready to be proven wrong,
Sometimes
but I
stereotypes
wasn't.
work, okay? Use with caution. Don't try this at home, okay? It's not going to work for you in your life if you just start stereotyping people. But for this quiz, it worked out.
All right. Which female horror killer from Dead by Daylight is singing this song? The
It's
Huntress
Haley.
or the Artist? Ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I'm getting artist vibes, but this is based on just gut feeling.
Same.
I feel like I played Dead by Daylight.
Oh, yeah.
And I swear, no, don't oh yay me. I feel like I played Dead by Daylight and I feel like the Huntress hummed. Like when she got, but like, I can't remember. But I also think Haley would put her fave in as like the winning choice.
I think.
Or would that be to confuse and misdirect us?
So, also for audio listeners, the Huntress looks like Haley did before, which is just with the bunny mask. And the artist, it's giving Clara Expedition 33 like aesthetic. Like it kind of has like that like otherworldly, but like based in like humanity more kind of look to it. So yeah, I lean on B, but I'm not mad at either option. And I don't know anything about these characters. I'm just stereotyping them again. My answer.
Sounds like we're a little bit split.
We are split. Are we allowed to submit? I guess
Well,
we can
Sarah,
submit
do you go
B.
A? Because you're the only one that's played the game besides
Emotionally,
Haley, who's the quiz giver.
I just feel like I remember her humming, and I know she doesn't look like someone who would hum. But then I'm like, is this a false memory that I planted within myself?
Well, what we heard is that humming.
But
I thought
that
was
wasn't
more
humming.
singing. Yeah.
No, she like hums. She like sings to herself softly.
Oh, okay. Damn, then maybe you're right.
Do you want to hear it again, or?
I don't think that would help.
I
don't think listening to someone hum would help us pick.
Sarah, how much do you feel like believing in yourself today?
I don't really feel like believing in myself.
Follow-up question. Do you ever feel like believing in yourself?
No.
Okay, well then her first answer is void because it means that she never would say yes. Kelsey, you're going to be the final decision. I kind of want to go A because Sarah is leaning that, but you're the host, so you have to. I don't want to be the reason.
I don't want to be the reason.
You got to take
us down.
Well, now it's becoming me that's the reason. So,
but that's why you're in the big chair.
It was
the big metaphorical chair. Our chairs are kind of the same
B,
size, but
it was 2B, 1 to A. So then let's just do the majority rule here, which is B.
And then Sarah, if you're right, you get to feel really
if I'm
smart
right,
and better
I get
than
to
all
be
of
like,
us.
I told you
okay.
so.
Let's do that. Sarah wins in every way.
That's right.
So B, final answer?
We'll go with B.
Yeah.
That's not correct. That was the Huntress.
Yeah. Sarah?
Yay, validation!
You gotta believe in yourself more.
You were right.
The Huntress hums a Russian lullaby song during the game, and the longer the game goes, the more angry she sounds while she's humming. So early game, it sounds very nice. By the end, she's like, she gets really pissed off. It's actually really cool. But because
does the artist have like a sound vibe or anything? Or is it just like was that just to distract the artist?
The artist just looked the most like she could sing, so I pulled her. She kind of
of all the
thing.
she does. Yeah,
and I fell
good
for
misdirection.
it.
Yeah, it's because the Huntress has a hatchet that she throws, so she needs to have a really wide terror radius with her humming, so that it's fair that you can see her coming, because she can throw her thing across the whole map theoretically and hit you. So they give her a really wide terror radius with the humming, and then when you hear the humming, it means she could theoretically snipe you. So be careful.
Is she your fave?
Oh no, I'm total ass at her. She's just really cool. I just like her design, and she's cool lore and stuff.
She's like one of the original.
Yep, she's
killers, right?
Yeah, she's one of the original, and she's like their character. They like made her up. Okay, next up. Is this Mr. X or Nemesis?
Oh, they're like the same person.
Yeah, is this like a trick question?
Are they actually the same person?
No, I mean,
No.
Okay.
No, they're not. But they just
they give similar vibes for sure.
Metaphorically, they're the same person.
Does Mr. X? Does he make like noises? I know he stomps.
I think
he's a big
stepper.
stomps. He's a big stepper.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nemesis
ready?
doesn't have lips, which I feel like is a strategy.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Good,
let's hear
good
it.
strategy.
Okay. Who's that?
3,000% Nemesis.
Gotta be Nemesis, right?
I feel like it's gotta be Nemesis.
I also remember seeing my fiance play this game, and I feel like that's what I was hearing. When he played 3.
B?
Yeah, so
B.
B for
That is
3.
correct. That was the Nemesis.
Yeah.
Nemesis likes to always go, stars, stars. He says stars a bunch of times. He's very sassy. Good job. That was so quick. You guys were locked in on that one. All right.
Sometimes
next up.
we just know.
Sometimes you just know. If you know, you know. Is this Leatherface or Hangry the Pig from Darkest Descent? Leatherface is in Dead by Daylight, also in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All right, ready?
And then what's with?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I
I don't know how to strategize for this. That's all I was going to say.
I just wanted to point out that because I've never seen Hangry the Pig until today, and he has a shirt that says "I love ribs," and I think that's fucked up. So I just want people to know that.
I feel like
Human
I've never
ribs, Janet.
seen either of these.
Probably.
Oh, okay, yeah,
What
probably
is
right.
Hangry?
Yeah,
So wait, what
That's
is
my
Hangry
guess.
the Pig
Hangry
from?
the Pig.
He's from a horror game called Darkest Descent.
Okay.
Leatherface is from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's also in Dead by Daylight.
I feel like this should be obvious.
Okay, ready?
I feel like one should be oinking. Okay, I'm ready.
The pig, right? There was like little
Sarah?
We're going with
oink.
Hangry the Pig.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm gonna be
your
so
answer?
mad if it's Leatherface.
I'm gonna be
Yes.
so mad if Leatherface just oinks for no reason,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah.
So A?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is incorrect. That was Leatherface.
What?
Why
the
does he
fuck?
Why does he oink?
This is literally so fucked up.
I literally
I
pulled
feel
the Leatherface
cheated.
audio.
Ash is still 10. This is some bullshit.
He sounds so much like a pig. I pulled the Leatherface audio, and I was like, "That just sounds like a pig." And then I googled pig horror game character, and I'd never heard of Hangry the
Haley.
Pig, and I stuck him in there. Got
Damn
you.
it.
We were
Got us.
had.
You were had.
I'm gonna look up what
We
Hangry
should
the
have
Pig actually
questioned
sounds like
her.
after this. He's probably just like, "Hi everyone." Like, just,
Yeah, I have no idea what he
Regular
sounds
Oh,
like.
man
I'm
in a pig.
hangry the pig.
Probably.
I'm hangry. Yeah.
Okay, next
Yeah,
I'm
up.
a hangry wangy gamer.
Yeah.
Is this Pyramid Head from Silent Hill or Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's?
I'm realizing now horror characters not that talkative. It's a lot of just like
Their sounds. Okay, ready?
ready.
Gut says
Ooh,
it's
that's
gotta
tough.
be Springtrap, but then the end,
the dragging
end-
sound.
The dragging.
The end kind of felt.
sound.
Pyramid Head.
So I guess what do we favor, the drag or this? Because there was a literal like spring sound, but also like, that
Yeah.
pig nonsense.
But then it like the,
But also,
the dragging
this is a
of
perfect
the
lineup.
sword.
Because now we don't believe in ourselves anymore.
No.
This is what she wants.
She destroyed our faith. I feel like, but I feel like the Pyramid Head dragging sword sound is so. I feel like it's like a well-known thing. But then I heard the springs, and now I don't know who I am anymore.
Can we
Well,
hear it
like
one more time?
Spring,
Wanna hear it again?
Springtrap
Yeah.
could also be doing like a sounds like Pyramid Head to, because you know it's like it's Five Nights at Freddy's is like a newer horror game. Like they could just be
Yeah.
drawing on that. I don't know. All right, Leia, let's hear it again.
Okay.
Here's a question: and I don't know the answer. Classic. Does Pyramid Head ever like vocalize? Because there was a little bit of a vocalization.
I don't think so.
There was like, oh, like does he, or is he just busy walking around dick first, dragging his sword?
The thing is there was like a and I don't know what that noise was. I'm not as familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's.
Me neither. Too square.
I think he could just be dragging something unrelated, and Haley's doing this to make us think it's Pyramid Head, or it's the other way around. Pyramid Head is making all kinds of noises he doesn't normally make.
You guys are torn on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go Springtrap. I don't
Also
feel good
back
about
you
it, but
on
I just feel like we
Springtrap.
should make a decision.
I'm ready to be wrong.
Sarah?
Okay. Okay.
That is not correct. That was Pyramid
Fucking
Head.
hey, man, that's crazy.
I'm sorry.
Pyramid Head has like chain link fence sounds sometimes, which is kind of interesting.
Oh, that's what that was.
So
okay.
and I thought it kind of sounded like an animatronic
Springtrap.
weird sound.
Yeah, it
but then
did.
I thought when I kind of gave you the drag at the end, so otherwise it'd be too hard. And you sniffed it out, but then you let the trail run cold. You didn't follow the drag.
Oh.
That's the iconic drag sound of his big long sword dragging on the concrete. Good try.
We know, Haley.
Good try. Good try. All right, last one. This is my favorite one. Ready?
Yeah.
Who's whimpering?
Oh my god. Yes.
Oh my god.
Chris or Leon?
Okay, I should be an expert at this.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I got 11 minutes of this. So we can just keep going.
I'm sorry, these are whimpers?
Yeah, these are
He's taking
whimpers.
damage.
We should probably listen to that again. Wait 1 sec.
This was crazy.
I'm so
that?
sorry if you listen to Pew Pew Bang in your car.
Oh my god.
I feel like we
Like,
should have
with
given
other
a
people
warning before
around.
that one to like
I
I think
mute
I
it.
should have been. I'll admit, I had an expectation in my mind that was way more graphic than I, ever thought it would have been.
Leon
Because it went for
Kennedy.
so long.
Yeah. Well, it's
Okay.
just funny because, like, you know, there's like the Leon Kennedy whimper edits. Who would listen to those?
Who listens to those, Sarah Podzorski?
Who would listen to those?
This video has 1.7 million views
Sarah's just prepared for the show.
that I found these whimper
Exactly.
sounds on.
It's
Okay.
crazy.
And Sarah's like,
Sarah, this is
200,000 of
you.
those.
This has to be Leon Kennedy because it, you know, you can hear the baby girl, the
Yeah.
little baby girl voice.
It has
gotta
to
be
be.
Leon.
Sarah
I think I'm blushing a
Janet.
little bit.
and Kelsey, thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Leon.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
I'll
That
go with
was
B.
the whimpers of Mr. Leon Kennedy. You already missed them, don't
Masterful.
you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I'll
I'm
drop
bummed
that-
because they were like, they teased that Leon Kennedy, they were like, well, we didn't want to put Leon Kennedy in Resident Evil 9 because, like, he wouldn't be scared. And I'm like, ugh. Okay, but, like, they were like, nobody wants Leon to be scared. And I'm like, but the whimpers.
He's dead. He's scared
Think
as
of
hell
the
in Dead by
whimpers.
Daylight all the time. He goes, and runs away. He's a big baby.
Oh.
So you guys got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right. Not as good as your Pokemon quiz, but a passing
No.
grade nonetheless.
Yay.
Good job, everybody. I thought I'd
I'll
end on the
take it.
whimpers. I thought you the guys would like a
That's
little
a good
treat.
one.
That was really
Yeah.
funny.
Thank you for the treat.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Haley.
Of course.
Well, okay, to transition out of that very
We're a little
smoothly
distracted.
and
We're a
very
little frazzled.
normally. Yeah, look, is it hot in here? What's going on? Our show and tell this week we have already been kind of exhibiting here, but which we were supposed to dress up as horror game protagonists. And Haley did something similar, but
Whatever.
maybe a little.
I'll put her back on. I'll put her back on. Wait, I need my hood up
The
first.
fact that you had to put sunglasses on first and then the mask.
The sunglasses really sell it, though. It looks so much better with the sunglasses. So good on you for
And it, like,
creativity.
Her eyes look
Before you
weird.
put on the mask and you're just wearing the sunglasses and the hoodie, you're giving like hacker vibes. So it's like 2 outfits in one. Oh my god, she's hacking the mainframe.
I'm the bunny hacker. They call me rabbit hacker. That wasn't good.
Do you guys want to talk about your outfits a little bit?
No.
Yeah. Come on. Haley, nobody's gonna laugh. Come on, come on.
So for my outfit,
Haley, your outfit's good.
Let me quickly
yours is
share the
good,
right screen
Haley.
again. Sorry, let me quickly fix that. There we go. Thanks, you guys. But Jimmy will never ask me to prom because I showed up to Halloween in this. You guys all look so cute. He's gonna ask you to prom. Not me. God damn it. I don't know what else to say. I'm embarrassed.
I'm just dead that you also like. I don't know. I have nothing to say. Actually, this is Haley. Congratulations. I'm finally speechless.
Thank you. It only took what 17 episodes. I did.
Haley, I don't even like Jimmy. It's okay.
Okay, good, because he's mine. I thought he'd like quirky emo girls, quirky emo Halloween girls who buy lots and lots of bats.
Well, the thing is, you're not like other girls, because all the other girls,
It's important to me.
did their little horror protagonist outfit, and you're different.
Yeah,
you're not like them.
I misread this. I read it as dress up as a video game protagonist, preferably female. I said, I know what I'll do. The Huntress from Dead by Daylight, because she's a dommy mommy baddie, and she's very cool. So I ordered this mask on Amazon, and then I painted it painstakingly for an hour.
Well, it looks great. Did you actually paint this whole thing?
Thank you. Yes, I did.
That's wild.
Wow.
I thought you just bought it like that.
I really thought that was just like a Dead
No,
by
it
Daylight.
just came
mask.
plain white. And it's actually really nice.
Wow.
I got it off Amazon. It's like nice and felty on the inside. It's actually quite comfy.
Oh.
And I looked up a reference photo. I cut this little divot in her ear to make it, because she has a little divot in that side of her ear. And then
Okay, well, none of us put as much effort in as you did, so you get
No, you
points
did a
for
really
that.
good job.
Sarah's crying.
I'm crying.
Sorry, I'm laughing at something else.
There are tears in my eyes when Haley's.
Oh, it totally felt like the sitcom. Like, why are all you guys dressed in dresses? And I'm wearing like a big freaking cape or something with like 12 masks on.
This is so funny to me because the title of this episode for literally 2 seasons has been dressing like a video game like a 90 or like a 2000s horror game female protagonist. Like it was like incredibly specific to the point of like I
It was kind of just like dresses and protagonists in general.
We even had like a guide to follow.
Yeah, the guy.
I think
I didn't
Sarah
see
put
the
like a photo in the Notion. Like
I clearly didn't see the guide. I clearly must have missed the post.
Someone's not looking at the Notion.
I am looking at the Notion, but I missed that.
And then
one
what
thing.
blows me is like it's one of those things where like this definitely is giving sitcom miscommunication, because I feel like everyone, I guess except for Haley, apparently had like a very clear idea where I was
we
like,
all
cool,
look kind of
got
similar.
it. And then what was crazy?
You guys just all looked a little cuter than normal. I was like, what's going on?
What was funny too about this was like we had this conversation. Oh yeah, well let's do that next week so that we can maybe buy clothes. And I ended up actually not shopping. I just used what was in my wardrobe already. But I was like, ooh, should I use this as an excuse to buy some cute tops? And Haley's like, I gotta order my mask.
I sent Ben the freaking bill for this. I was like, masks for PEWPEWBANG. He's like, okay.
He's like, no one else charged me for a mask.
21 receipt. Here's my Claire's receipt for new earrings.
They went out of business, okay?
Oh yeah,
haven't they been through enough, Haley?
I'll stop
for
taking shots
21?
at them. That's the other thing is you guys were like, let's make sure to budget accordingly. So I was like, if we're just gonna dress like ourselves but cute, I would assume we just go in our closet. But if
it's obvious that Sarah already had this stuff in her closet. I was able to throw something together from my closet that worked.
I also somehow had a Q-top.
Yeah, Janet, I'm a little
it worked out.
surprised that you did not have to order anything, honestly, but you look great.
that feels like a backhanded
Look.
comment.
No, it's just
You
like
don't
not her
think-
style.
You don't think an urban bitch can have a girl going out top? That's also urban in terms of style, and that I don't mean to make it a race thing, though I make those jokes a lot also. Yeah, I kind of want my style to be like kind of girly tomboy is sort of what I go for.
Yeah.
So I still like a little going out top.
No, and you got like cute skirts and stuff too. I don't know.
I will say,
Maybe
Kelsey,
maybe
you're
I was
not
wrong to
'cause
think that.
I bought this like 2 months ago, so
Okay.
you know what I mean. Like you're not totally off base there. But I guess I'll go next on that front for my outfit. Thank you for sharing, Haley. So my top is Abercrombie and Fitch. It's the A and F Ava mesh top, specifically. So it's like a white. It's like the material. It's like white with like a black mesh over it. And then the only thing that's different, because I just have my regular jewelry on, like I have like a necklace I got from the jewelry I go to at the mall.
The hair clippies are cute.
Yeah. I got my Pandora bracelet and then the hair clips, which actually this I almost did get rid of because I never wear them. But I was like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't throw these out yet because I use them for this and now I think I'll keep them.
They're perfect.
They're
Until Dawn vibes. The butterfly effect.
Yeah, they got little butterflies on them and they just clip in regular and they have beads. And I got these off of like, I ended up following on TikTok this musician named Peach PRC. I don't actually listen to her music, but I like her like TikTok vibes. So I follow her and she has like a very like hyper femme style. And she had these hair clips like in her hair at one point. And she like mentioned where she got them from. She got them off Etsy by a creator named Made by K Store 7. So I had gotten them like a long time ago. And it's just one of those things where it's like, this was a little bit like, it's not my style. So I ended up just never really wearing them. I've worn them like once on content maybe. Cause I also like the idea of having something, you know, when you do content, especially podcast content, you're only like a little square. So it's like, well, how can I kind of outfitify this small square? But then I just kind of end up not using them as much. I actually like them a lot with this top specifically. So it might just be, you know, that classic thing of eventually sometimes when you get enough pieces, you can make things go together. Because I feel like the blackness of the top kind of like offsets like the lightness of the hair clips in a way that I like. So, but yeah, I wanted to give that kind of like early aughts, like a little bit like girly pop leaning vibe, but also something that felt like a little bit practical. And I feel like this kind of cut of top and like these longer, like tight fitting tops were very like early aughts Protagonist. So that's my fit. My pants are just like Kirby sweatpants that I wore already. It's like, again, just in the square. So
yeah, we can't see
outside
that
of the
part.
square, don't worry about it.
Smart.
Outside of the square, outside of mine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Smart.
Oh, I also did something similar. I have this, it's like a lace kind of like see-through top, like a cover-up top. It's got little buttons on it. It's very like Y2K. I think it's from Anthropology. It's got a little flower motif on it, very lacy. And then underneath it, I have a purple tank top because I just feel like that's what a horror protagonist would wear. I feel like during the horror, like the over top would come off and I would just be in the tank top. Like that's the purpose of it.
A narrative, yeah.
That's the narrative. And then I also put on my like big heart necklace because I feel like when you're a horror protagonist as a girl, you need to have like your motif. So like Janet has her butterflies and then I have a heart and then Kelsey has like a ribbon. So it's like every girl needs something that like you could potentially drop when being chased.
What's mine?
So then someone could be like, oh my God. Like she dropped her garish heart necklace or her butterfly.
It has a locket of your crush in it or something.
Yeah, or something like that, you know? So that's what I did.
Nice.
I'm so
embarrassed. That's very good. All these
You guys are like, look at my cute outfit. I'm just sitting here, idiot in a hoodie.
But you put so much more effort in.
Yeah, but the
You
wrong
did put
direction.
more effort into it.
It's like, oh, you went really far. I'm like, yeah, but south, and you all went north like you were supposed to.
I think it's. I know you don't want this to be you, Haley, but it's honestly better this way.
I think it is better this way. I think
this is
one
like
of us needed to misread it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think every season there's at least a couple L's taken. Like, you know, Haley, I made that really bad food. Don't worry about it. You're a good girl. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, girl. Sorry, Kelsey. I'm stomping on your.
No, it's okay. Haley, I sent you a photo because I did try to put together the whole outfit.
Oh, okay.
You can only see the square.
Yeah, in a not creepy way. I'm excited to see the bottom.
Oh my God, Kelsey, you're so
like that,
giving
guys.
2000s Protagonist.
I'm shocked all of this was in my closet, to be honest, because this is not like normally how I dress,
Reconnect to
but
Google
I
Chrome,
think
sorry.
I did pretty good with it. Well, I'll start with what you can see right now, which is, I have this green velvet ribbon, which is from, I think it's from Free People, and I
Oh my
paid,
God, it's
like,
so good. Sorry.
way too
Sorry,
much
this is the image.
money for it. And I never wear it because I feel like it ages me down in a a creepy way, kind of. Like in a I'm trying to look like I'm 10 years younger than I am way. So I never wear it, but I do really like it. And then I've got this sweater that I think it's also Abercrombie, like everyone. Is
Abercrombie the go-to horror?
I think it might
store?
be.
Seems to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, I thrifted it, so it might actually be like of the time period. But it's like
Oh.
it's like just a little, it's like a light gray, and it's just a little bit of the see-through vibes, but not like, not you can see everything under it. And I've got like a lacy black cami under it, and then like a little black skirt, and it just feels very like, like I'm ready to run away from a scary monster and drop my ribbon.
I like your sleeves over the hands.
Yeah. That's
Ariana
Oh,
Grande
yeah.
vibes. You gotta have the sleeves over your hands because you're just like a little small bean,
I'm a little small bean. Although I genuinely, when I am like very nervous, and I probably shouldn't say this in public, so now people are gonna be able to read me much better. When I'm really nervous, I do put my sleeves over my fingers a little bit more. That's like I'm uncomfortable. I need more of my hands covered thing.
Kelsey, you look like you could be put in a video game, like your model. Like,
yeah.
You have that face that would just you would seamlessly fit. I don't know what it is.
And are those like a tall stocking I spy?
Yes. Yeah, I've got, you can't really see it in this, but yeah, I've got like a tall, yeah, there we go. I got like the gray knee-high stocking with a little lace trim. I don't have any shoes to go with this. Probably just boots or something, but
cute.
That's nice. I like the scarf thing a lot. I don't think it makes it, like, I personally don't think you look like you're trying to look 10 years younger. I just think it's like, oh, what a fun accessory. So you should definitely like,
I'm going to try it again.
Of trying to spice up our squares because it's such a limited real estate. That would be a good, like, easy for podcast. I mean, you can wear it in real life too, but like, it's like, I really like when you can find stuff like that. So yeah,
I love the concept of spice up our squares. That is really like, because you can only be fashioned from like the shoulders up, really, on a
only the content girlies will understand the pain.
Yeah,
because dudes are like, I don't know, what do you mean? I never thought about what shirt I was wearing. I just make sure I'm not naked. I'm like, okay, I don't want to have this conversation anymore.
I feel like a lot of the clothes I buy are based on how my square will look.
Really?
And I don't actually wear them outside the house. Because I'm like,
really?
That's for streaming. Yeah, a lot of some of my tops, I'm like, that's for streaming.
Well, you.
I know you've mentioned that you're more like self-reportedly that you're more athleisure leaning than you are like in content.
I save all my interesting tops for content.
That's so interesting because like we see you in the square all the time, and you're always like very cute, very girly. But
but then when I go outside, it's like to go like to the grocery store, and it's like, fuck, I don't know, a gray t-shirt. Yeah.
Not gonna dress up for the grocery store. I have this problem where I keep buying cute clothes, but like all I do is go to work in the video game store. And like, you can dress that up a little bit, but I'm not gonna like wear a full dress every single day to work. That's like
a lot of work.
Sometimes, well, and like sometimes I'm like moving stuff. Like this morning I was moving stuff from store to store, so I was like sweating. I'm like, well, I can't look cute while I'm like moving boxes around.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I just feel like we should all have more opportunities to wear our cute clothes.
Totally.
I'm just trying to make this is off topic because it's not horror related, but I feel like the goal I'm aiming for is wearing stuff that feels less like work to put it on. Yeah. Where it's like, stuff that's just kind of like comfortable enough. Like this top that I have is actually like pretty comfortable, and it's like not that different than I have like a crop top that unfortunately is from Amazon. Sorry, Earth and everybody, because Amazon's pretty fucked up. But it's like, I like it because it's just like a plain black top. I can easily throw it on. I like that I can like wear it under a t-shirt and other things, but this isn't that different in feel or material, but it looks a lot nicer. So it's just like, that's kind of where I'm heading towards. Because I don't do like a lot of intense layering anyway for my clothes. So yeah, but it's tough to find something that's quite like that. So I think a lot of people say, oh, I just buy stuff that's comfortable. It's like, yeah, but do you? And it's like, no, not really. Like, it's like some of my stuff just isn't as comfy as I would like it to be. Well, at least she is still like literally here, right? Like, oh no, wait, what the hell? What the hell is going on? No, Haley. Oh my god.
Wait, where did Haley go? Who's this?
Here, in a different mask.
Who's the sexy killer?
Why does it wave like a toddler?
Haley, do you have a never-ending collection of masks? Where are you keeping all these masks?
don't think she can even
She
hear
can't
us.
hear us.
I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. Hello?
Hi.
Hi. I had this one too.
All right, ladies, and whatever else is joining us down here with a knife. I don't know what's going on in Haley's Square. I don't know if she's okay or not. But it's Pink Pals time. It's time to answer some people's burning questions for life advice. I am going to be honest, because we are recording this one so early, I kind of forgot to ask for more questions. So thankfully, people still got my back. They're making sure I'm not super embarrassed, and we got at least a few in here. But yeah, my bad. We're recording quite early, so let's get started. Are you guys ready to change some lives forever?
Yes.
Okay. Big question alert. Hello, everyone. Due to bureaucratic reasons outside my control, my dream job, which I've been planning to do for over 5 years now, I'm currently a junior in college, is suddenly very out of my reach. To explain it very briefly, I want to be a pilot, but the FAA is mad at me because I'm trans, and after waiting 14 plus months for them to let me fly, they said that I need to resubmit and try again. I want to move to Europe for obvious political reasons after I graduate, but to be a pilot there, you need to be an EU citizen, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I didn't mean to blah, blah, blah your stuff. I'm just, trying to wrap it up. Anyways, that's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm wrestling with a lot of depression knowing that this thing I want to do more than anything in the world is so far out of my reach right now, especially after having my future planned out for so long. I suddenly don't know what my life is going to look like anymore, and that is scary. I don't want it to feel like I'm in a holding pattern for the next 5 to 7 years. Airplane pun intentional. Wait, what's a holding pattern, Sarah?
I was just going to
That's
pretend to know.
No, I have no clue. I'm not gonna.
Sarah, answer the plain question.
Well,
You
like
were-
a holding,
may I remind
it's
you,
just
you are
when
under
fly,
oath.
It's when you just fly like consistently, right? Like when you're not making any maneuvers, you're like holding a specific maneuver. You're just consistently,
Oh.
yeah. See, but like I just wouldn't know that though. It's not something I would just know.
Okay. Well, it sucks that we don't have a plane expert here, but anyways, I don't want it to feel like I'm in a holding pattern for the next 5 to 7 years, but I also don't know how to make that time feel meaningful. There's a lot of questions I could ask, but I guess the most important thing is, were your journeys to where you are right now linear? Did you ever struggle with feeling like you didn't know where you were going or like you were wasting time? And how did you move past that? Thank you all from Waiting in the Wings in St. Paul. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
That's cute. No, it was not linear. Yeah,
No.
my road to games criticism, I
I'll take
first
it
did want to do like English teaching.
You'll take one off, Haley, for the audio
Yeah.
listeners.
I'll take it off. Audio listeners, you're missing out. Sorry.
Haley has an endless collection of masks, is what we learned for the audio listeners.
Also, did you have that jumpsuit under your sweater, or did you fully
No,
change?
I ran over there and changed in the corner.
You changed really fast.
In
Thank
the
you.
corner?
In the corner of my room, yeah.
So, like, if something had
Yeah, she
knocked
was
your
just
camera, we
off-screen
would have.
changing.
you would have seen
Okay.
everything. Yeah. Everything.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, like, you've had this dream for a long time, so I don't think it's probably going to change, nor does it need to. But sometimes you do end up like changing like course on what you end up wanting. Like, I think deep down, I did always want to do something with like writing or like kind of creating, but I went with like getting a degree in teaching because I won the sort of more stable route of it. Although I did really like teaching as well. It's not like that was like a totally made up out of thin air interest. But ultimately, I just went back to like games. Like, I kind of joke with my brother that I think for us, and definitely a lot of people, the thing that you liked when you were 10, it's like, yeah, you still really like that thing. And like for me, like games was a big part of my life forever. And for like my brother, it was like basketball and sports. And like, we kind of ended up back at those interests as adults. But yeah, like, so I think I guess like my only thing that might give a little bit of solace, so it also creates a little chaos, is for a lot of people, they aren't where they thought they would be, but that's not necessarily a negative thing. I think when, a lot of people get told, at least I was told, oh, most people don't, do something with like work in their field that they got their degree in. And I know that's not the case for everybody, but I think a lot of times that's painted as a negative, like, oh, don't bother like getting this or don't care about it because like you're not gonna end up doing it anyway. But like I think what's missing from that stat point is like sometimes you do that and then you just decide to do something else later, and there's like nothing wrong with that. So that's the only thing I have to say in terms of the trajectory comment. And yeah, also a shout out to like that sucks to have to feel like you have to manipulate what your plans were based on forces outside your control. But I'm sure you'll figure something out, and you're not alone, I think, in having that circumstance. So I'd also encourage you to seek out other people like that are, trying to do the same thing you're doing, that are in the trans community, that are maybe having similar struggles, and maybe they are coming up with solutions that might be viable for you, or like things that they're figuring out that could help you navigate this time.
Yeah, I mean, I personally am doing something wildly different than what I had planned. And then even when I had something that I considered a dream job, it still didn't end up being right for me. And I don't say that in any way to be like, no, you'll change your mind about being a pilot. Because no, I think that's a great goal. And that you may have just known what you wanted to do from the moment, you were a kid. But just to say that, yeah, life is not a linear journey at all. I mean, I thought I was going to go first into sports marketing, then into video game marketing. I wound up falling in love with running a business, which was just not at all on my bingo card. Like there was no part of me that suspected that I had like, I don't know, I guess maybe I had some entrepreneurial spirit, but there was no part of me that was like, yeah, that's what I want to do when I grow up. It was, it's something that just kind of found me and became, a bigger part of my life than I thought it would be. And then, I worked for the Video Game History Foundation for a while, and I really thought that was my dream job. And in a lot of ways it was, but I found that I am just not someone who can do work from a computer all day. It's really, really tough for me. It's not my skill set. I need to be doing more hands-on stuff. So there were like some parts of the job that I think I was good at, but other parts of the job that I really, felt very self-conscious about and just was very stressed all the time about, because I could not sit at my computer and focus and see like self-directed projects through to the end sometimes. So, all that to say, it is not necessarily, you choose something and then you wind up there. And I think that's true for a lot of people, even if the circumstances are different.
Yeah, but I feel like you can treat it like, I feel like this is almost kind of like exciting for you personally, because it's like now you have the chance to look at everything and try everything. Because like the downside of having a dream that you've had since you were a child is that you tend to hyper focus on it a little bit. And it can get a little like narrow in your perspective. But when you're an adult, you kind of have a better understanding of how the world works and all the resources out there. And it's like, now's just a chance to just like look at everything, try everything, And I feel like it seems exciting to me. It's a huge bummer.
And you'll wind up,
it's exciting.
And you'll wind up being like really sure that this is the correct path for you if you spend 5 to 7 years trying other things and none of them click, like either it's good news either way, right? Like something unexpected is like, wow, actually this is super fun. And I feel like I should explore this deeper, or nothing does. And you're like, well, I was right the whole time. And now I never have to worry. I never have to like wonder what if. So,
and I think don't be nervous that other people seem like they have linear paths, because they almost certainly don't. Like in my experience, I feel like so few people. I know like one person in my life, my good friend Claire, who was like, I'm going to be a vet, and then she went to school and is a vet now. Like she's like the only person I could think of that was like, I'm doing this. Like I thought I was gonna work in journalism my whole life, and I got a bachelor's in journalism and a master's in journalism, and then I literally zigzagged into law out of nowhere, and that took like 2 or 3 years to figure out on its own. Like to think that, yeah, I think I do want to switch occupations. What do I want to do? Sitting and ruminating for months on end. Like, I guess I like this. This seems cool. What I did is I talked to a lot of people who I thought had cool jobs and just kind of sussed out if it was something that I'd be interested in too. And then I had one conversation with this super cool lawyer, and she did IP law, and just like talking to her, I was like, I'm kind of nervous that law is really like same thing every day. Like you just file forms, you do blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh no, like there's as many types of things that require legal services. You can practice that type of law, and maybe realize that I could do game law. And then that's kind of how I completely chartered that whole, like, that's so different from what I thought I'd be doing the whole time I was in university, pretty much up to law school. I was like preparing myself to be a journalist, and then I was a journalist for like 5 years, and it sucked ass, and I hated it. So then I switched. And I'm sure someone who looks at my profile online is like, "Oh, she's a lawyer. I bet she thought of that early." Nope, I thought of that when I was like 24 or something. Like that's when I started thinking about it, let alone acting on it. Right. So don't feel like it needs to be a straightforward path or anything by any means at all.
And good luck. I hope you get to move to Europe soon.
Yeah.
'Cause that sounds
Good luck.
that sounds a lot better than, I assume you're in the US, and that's where the FAA is that's just an American association, right?
Right, Sarah?
I don't know what
Right,
it
Sarah?
stands for.
Flying all America.
Flying American Airways.
I think it's like the Federal Airline Association or
Yeah.
something like that. That's probably right. I don't know.
Yeah. Federal
I hope you fly my plane
Aviation
someday, though.
Administration.
Aha, yeah.
Aha.
Well, I hope you fly my plane someday. And I hope it's not a MAX 9. That's the only plane I know because the door fell off.
God.
And I hope the government shutdowns stop. I have a lot of hope. We all have a lot of hopes. That we're
Yeah,
kind of
I
putting
hope,
out there.
I hope I get to fly into Burbank and they don't have an unmanned...
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, we didn't
Kelsey
have
joined
an
the
air
call.
traffic controller.
Yeah, and she was like, "I'm flying into Burbank," and I'm like, "Didn't you hear they closed that airport?"
I was like, the air traffic controller, there wasn't one. There wasn't one for like a little while.
Oh, no.
I hope I can get
People
to
got where they
Janet's
needed to
wedding.
go. People got where they needed to go. But yeah, no.
Yeah. By the time
yeah.
this airs, you'll know if I made it to...
Yeah,
Janet's
by the time this
wedding or
airs, is the government still shut down?
Ooh.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, tell us from the future's past that I headed this wrong direction. You'll figure it out.
not. All right, I got another one for you guys. Hi, PPB. How many hours per day / how many days per week do you spend on life admin? How do you keep up with all the bureaucracy of life and housework? The mail just keeps coming and I'm not caught up with the old mail. I filed an extension on my taxes till October, and guess what? It's October and I still didn't do it. I was supposed to get blood drawn for the doctor 3 months ago, and I'm supposed to set up an appointment with a specialist, and I never did. We moved a year ago. I still have packed boxes because we have to get furniture to replace all the closet space. Hopefully you get the idea. I think I got it in my head after college. I didn't need to spend so much of my free time studying and doing homework and stuff. Time at school would turn into time at work, and then after work, I'd be free to do fun things. But I think I was supposed to spend a lot more of my free time on keeping up with all of this. I know everyone deals with this kind of thing to some extent, but y'all seem like you have your lives together enough that you might have advice. Do you have
Seems doing all the
particular
work there.
Yeah. Do you have particular strategies for managing all your life chores? Is it possible to be completely caught up? If you can, how do you not fall behind again? Thank you from Drowning in Documents.
I hate life
feel this
chores.
so
I don't know about you guys.
hard.
Like I'll file 20 incorporations in a day, and then it's like you have to call one person to book an appointment. I'm like, no. Like, I just can't do it. It's something that blocks my brain, because then anytime you do it, there's always like a 10-step process that requires talking to 5 people. And you have to be on and be like, "Hi, I need my blood taken to you. Can you do that?" And they're like, "Yeah, only on Thursdays at the worst time." You're like, "Okay." I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. So
No, I'm really bad about that. And every year I do taxes and I'm like, am I committing tax fraud? I'm not. But like, I do it every year, but every year it's like doing it for the first time. I'm like, how do I do this?
I hired someone to do my taxes a couple years ago.
Yeah,
and
you
it
all have
rocks.
people who do your
Yeah.
taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that, look, I have someone who does my
You gotta
taxes
give them the forms and stuff.
because
though,
they're
too,
complicated,
so.
but then they still ask me all these questions that I don't know the answer to, and that is literally something I am, like, it's on my to-do list. It's been moved on my to-do list for days now. I mean, it's just look, the only way that I'm never caught up. I don't think it's possible to be completely caught up.
No.
But I do just try to, like, when I'm starting to feel stressed and like I'm drowning in all of these little things, I just say, okay, my goal for the next couple of hours is like the first thing I do is just try to list as much of it as humanly possible all in one spot. And then just as I think of it throughout the day, add to that list and make it just this huge thing. And then look at it and be like, okay, I think I can quickly knock through like 3 of these. You know, like, don't try to go too big. Just be like, okay, paying that bill at the doctor, like that is not that difficult. I just need to log on and do it real quick. That's like a 5-minute task or whatever. And so I just knock a few of those off. And yeah, I don't think I've ever been completely caught up, but at the very least that helps me keep it kind of like at bay if I'm just, you know, every so often just getting all of the stuff dumped out of my head, all of it onto paper. Once it's all out there, some of it looks less scary than it is. You know, like taxes is a big one. That one is going to be like, you got to just set a calendar day aside or block aside to do it. But some of them are like, I think I can just knock through a few of these really quick and then you'll feel a little better.
I heard alternatively in Sarah's bad life advice, I once read a phrase that like all of the problems in your life, there's like a 50% chance nothing will happen if like you don't do it. And then a 50% chance it'll ruin your life. And sometimes I like, honest to God, roll those odds. And I'm like, 50% chance if I ignore this, something bad will happen, or it'll just disappear.
What's an example?
Honestly, sometimes it just disappears. Like one time, I thought I had to go to the doctor. I waited. Not an issue. I was healed miraculously.
Oh my God.
Thought I was going to die. Waited a little bit. Actually fine.
Don't take that advice.
My tooth actually
personally.
fell
Go to the
out.
doctor.
No one has to pull it. Yeah, I definitely think there's a little bit to be said of like, it's not you'll never be caught up. So you just have to accept that like there's no such thing as getting caught up. And I feel like I'm still
the
working
laundry's
on
never done.
Yeah,
it never
fully
will
accepting
be done.
that. Yeah. Yeah, you're really just trying to keep the game competitive. I think when you find a method that works, you should probably try to stick to it as best you can. I have this problem a lot. I'll find something in my life that works really well, and then I'll decide, actually, I don't want to do it. So then I just don't do it. And then it's like, hey, it's not working anymore. I should go back to the thing I found the solution for it already. So like an example, something that was working for me really well, but I just stopped doing it because kind of laziness or whatever. I was doing this method and I have the privilege of like not only working from home, but having like a highly flexible job because I just freelance for a bunch of different places. So I only have to look put together. I really shouldn't be saying this on content, but I only have to look to put together in one specific kind of thing where it's like, as long as I stay up on this thing, this person will think that I'm on it. And I stay up on this thing, but behind the scenes, that's the thing too. No one really has it together. I think the idea of this perfect person that like has it all together, that person doesn't exist. They have things they're neglecting. Like everyone has like, doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue being better, but like that idea of like, it's really sweet for you to be like, you guys seem like you have it together. And that's because like, just because you do a lot doesn't mean everyone who does a lot, that means they're also not doing a lot. You're ignoring other things to be able to do the things that you're doing.
Yeah, we have the same 24 hours that you do, except Haley. Yeah. Haley weirdly has like 36 in a day. And I don't
it's like
know
a Canadian
how that
thing.
Yeah, the Canadian stuff. But something that I was doing that was working really well for me that I should probably go back to was in the morning, like for an hour, I basically made a list of all these different tasks that I can have. Because a lot of like the chores that I am in charge for in the household are things that you like low-key can kind of neglect. So like dusting the blinds. It's like that kind of, it's like, when do you do that? And it's like, well, you're supposed to do it kind of often, and then I have a lot of things where, cause a lot of my stuff is cleaning based, cause that's my preferred like task. But some of them are not like that recurring. So it's like, how often do I like Bissell the sofa? It's like, well, not that often, but like you got to do it at some point. So I basically made a list of a bunch of different tasks. And then in a very nerdy way, I started rolling a dice for what I get. And because one thing that bothers me, even though I thrive in structure, but if I have too much structure everywhere, I feel like my life is no longer my own. Like I'm just a prisoner to my own, like, oh, at 9, I do this, at 10, I do this, at 11. Like, I don't like the lack of freedom there. But this is kind of like, okay, in this 1 hour, I'm doing some type of chore. And then I made it a really long list. And it included some stuff that like I never feel like I have time to get to, like clean out my camera roll and like other stuff. And I kind of had this, so I basically made this like kind of gamified system, and it worked really well for like 2 weeks, and I was really liking it. Then I just kind of stopped because maybe I got busy, I had travel or something, and I haven't done that in like forever. So maybe that'll work for you. That's like an option. I also, honestly, it's not good life advice, but sometimes I just crash out and just spend a day doing all of it. And then I feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't think that's bad life advice. I think that's kind of normal. It's just
the way I
every
do it
once
is
in a
bad.
while. Well, maybe the crashing out part.
When I want to clean my apartment, but I don't want to clean my apartment, I just invite my friends over that night, and then I have to clean my apartment, and it gets done.
Underrated hack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I have this dream of like not an app because it requires like hardware too, but like I have a really hard time keeping all of the things, especially things that aren't daily things, in my head. Like Janet, you were mentioning like how often do you dust and stuff like that. I have this dream where I have a room and it's just like the whole thing is just a big circular screen and it's just like hourglass things falling for every single task in my life, and you just like they like fill up and you're like, okay, it's time for that one now.
Game. I would simply shut the door and never go into that room.
I feel like I need that too, because the thing is, I know like one solution is like the reminders app on it, but I just ignore it. I'll just say,
I need to, and I also need to see
delete,
like
and I'll
it's
just
getting
30.
close. Because then you can also trick yourself into being like, I'm really smart. I'm going to do it before it hits the deadline and reset. Yeah. And that would like feel so nice, you know? But anyway, someone build me this room that's just a screen.
I think also
all of the things.
A final thing that I am working on accepting a little bit more myself, that I think I've gotten better at accepting a little bit, is kind of following you're never going to get all done. Don't feel like it needs, I know it would feel really good if it was like done all at once, but like it probably is easier not to do that. And an example that I have, again, because most of my stuff is cleaning based, it's like I would love to have both bathrooms clean and the kitchen cleaned on this, like, on this one magical day, the whole apartment's cleaned. But it's more practical to be like, this day I'm doing this one bathroom, this separate day I'm doing, and it stretches out the task. So it's why I don't like doing it. But the reality of me, like how realistic is it for me to like lock in and clean for like 5 hours? Like probably not. Kind of same thing with laundry, right? Like just let things roll and keep chipping away at it, because this magical time of like, I think I have this dream of looking around and being like, everything's perfect. Bitch, it's not gonna be. Like, if it was gonna be, it would have been already, but it's not. It's just have things like being worked on. Like it's not gonna be all done at once.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more for you guys. Hi, Ping Pals. I've been loving the sleepover vibes and recent episodes of PEWPEWBANG, like Talking Nails with Kelsey and Hair Parts with Haley, have inspired me to rediscover my own sense of style. I've been in a style rut these last several years, largely because I'm a mom to a young toddler, so I always end up reaching for whatever clothing is quick and practical. I want to try branching out and trying new styles to see what sticks, but I don't have a clue where to start. I'd love to know how you guys would approach a personal style evolution of hair, clothing, etc. If you have any tips as to how to determine what styles work for you visually and functionally, that would be amazing. P.S. This is my first and only podcast I have ever listened to, and I am in serious. What? Oh my god!
Yay! That's so cool.
That's so
Thank you for sharing that. That's really cool.
That's amazing. All the best from Searching for Style.
It's all downhill from here because we're the best.
Yeah, you don't have to listen to any more podcasts. This is.
I don't know about you guys, but I like hated shopping for clothes when I was younger, to the point that I felt like I didn't understand what was cool. It drove me crazy. Like I would see Sarah with the puzzle book.
Sorry.
That seems weird. I just did naturally.
How do you not understand what's cool? Like, are you stupid or something?
But I remember like owning green pants. And I was like, what do I wear with these? Like, unless it was jeans and a tee, like I had no idea how to pair things. I didn't know aesthetically what looked good. And that was because I was dressing for like other people thinking I was cool instead of just like when I think someone looks cool, like kind of thing. So that took like, what, a decade before I figured that little gemstone out. And then it really was just like anytime I saw someone with an outfit that I thought looked cool, if it was online, I would kind of cash it. Or if it was in person, you just kind of remember it. And then it was more of just kind of like copying other people.
Take a photo of them? No, I'm just kidding.
It's like, hey, you, take a photo. It was just kind of like copying other people until it sort of felt like I could make my own decisions based on what I learned by copying other people, sort of. Like, oh, I don't like the way these jeans fit. And then I'd see like one girl wearing, you know, like super wide leg, high rise jeans or something. Like, she looks rad. Try those on. These look great. And then I see another girl wearing like a shirt underneath a long sleeve shirt. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. Like, I've never really thought of that. Do that. Love that. And then like just slowly learning what is fun to you, I guess. But it truly was just kind of like copying other people until I figured it out for myself, sort of thing. And then it was just like the Marie Kondo of like, does this shirt bring me joy? Yes, wear it kind of thing.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of ways to just start if you like truly have no clue even what style direction to go into. You can like there's probably a store that you at least think like when you walk by it, those clothes look cool. And I would maybe just start there and like look at some of their catalogs and everything and not necessarily buy all those clothes, but start to look at it and be like, what is it about these clothes that I like, or what am I like seeing myself like over and over again? And maybe it's as simple as like, oh, oversized sweaters. Like I just kind of gravitate to like an oversized sweater every time. Or maybe it's a little bit harder to, you know, put your finger on, and it's like, I don't know, they just look polished and put together or something. But also finding, I know this is silly, but like finding influencers, fashion influencers and stuff that are, especially if they are like your same body type and everything too, and your style. I mean, I literally did that. I went, I think I literally just Googled this and found a Reddit post that was like for short people. It's like, here's a bunch of influencers that are short at various like sizes. So, you know, here's like an extra small, here's like a small, a medium, you know, whatever. And then you can look at them and you're like, oh, everything they wear looks good. And then you can kind of start to figure out from there, like, okay, well, they have the same body type as me. And I noticed they're wearing a lot of like long skirts or whatever. And that always looks really good. I don't know. I think it's a little bit of a puzzle. Like you have to kind of be curious about what other people are doing and figure out what is drawing you to it, which is, I don't know, it takes brain power. So that's kind of annoying that there's not just like an answer. You got to think about it. But that's where I started.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
gravitating
the
towards
research.
things is smart.
You got to do the research. It's a lot of research. And
It is.
like Kelsey said, start with somebody who is the same size as you, probably the same age as you, so you don't end up dressing like a teenager. And also similarly, like, don't be afraid to like update your hair or your makeup, or also even just like update like a self-care routine as well. Like putting that extra step into like, we all just got into like hair care, I feel like recently. Like Haley's doing extra hair care, I'm doing extra hair care. And it's like, don't neglect that stuff too. Like it's a lot of clothes stuff, but don't neglect just like updating and dusting off your like home routine for how you take care of yourself.
It's fun too.
I think too, another element of like clothes I think is like under discussed is accessories and jewelry. I've become like a staple jewelry person where I wear like a silver chain necklace and I've been wearing it for like maybe a year or 2 years at this point. And like, I just kind of I think it's also kind of fun to have like a little bit of a signature thing. So it's like, oh, I always have like this necklace on. And now I always have my Pandora bracelet on. And I think just having some jewelry can really elevate a look, as well as like, you know, good accessories like a nice belt or like a certain pair of shoes, which can, and there's like, I mean, there's like a million style tips out there. One that I really like that I think could be a fun little challenge is like, what's the rule on it? It's like dress to the number 7. So like a basic piece of clothes is rated 1. And then something funkier is rated 2. So if you have like your green pants, Haley, that would be a 2. But if you just had plain sneakers, that's a 1. And then if you have like a funky bag, that's a 2. And then your goal is to like dress, I think, to like add up to 7 or so. Up to you on how you want to count the accessories. So I thought that is kind of a fun way to like, is this outfit missing something? Okay, what number am I at? Is there something I can add to like elevate it? And you don't have to do that, but it's like structures can give you space to like play within. So I think that could be a fun thing. We don't have the sponsorship, but I wish we did. Nuuly, I think, is a really fun place to check out. It's like a clothing rental where it's like for $100 a month. You get like 6 pieces, I think, or something. I will admit that Nuuly has like a very specific kind of style. Like it's a little bit more limited. I think it leans like a little bit more like prep vibe, like kind of more of like a Macy's, Uniqlo, like other stuff. Like it's not like all of fashion isn't represented in Nuuly from my experience. But the thing I really liked about it is one struggle I have with clothes is sometimes I'll go to the store, I try something on and I'm like, yeah, I'm buying this. And then I try to like live with it. And I'm like, actually, I don't like this at all. I kind of hate it. And what's nice about Nuuly, because you are renting and you can buy the pieces after the fact, you have to pay for them. So it's not like the cheapest, like, you know, situation, but you get to like live with the pieces. And I think it could be a fun way to experiment without creating like more environmental waste or like having a big financial commitment. On that note too, like obviously if you have like more income, like fucking hit up the mall and just have fun. But if you're like maybe being more conscientious financially, I think definitely thrifting is a good way to go. Like pull up to the thrift store, wear what I've heard people call your warm suit, which is like a biker shorts and like a small tank top so that you can put clothes on over if they don't have a fitting room. And just try like pieces out. I definitely am team buy slowly but often, because I feel like my style, and I think everyone's style, changes over time. Your body might also change over time. And I don't think you want to get locked in on, fuck, I dropped $1,000 worth of jeans and now I'm slightly thinner or bigger, and now I need all new jeans, and now I feel bad maybe mentally and I feel bad financially. So it's like, if you only have like X amount of pieces, the pieces can both like change with your style, with your lifestyle, and with like your body changes. But those are like some tips that I have on top of everything you guys said, like co-sign on the influencers. Pinterest is also big, but yeah, definitely I think about work on the differentiation that I feel like I am continuously working on, which is, I like it, but do I want to wear it? Is it practical in my life? Because there are so many pieces where I'm like, this is awesome, but it's not like practical for me. Like back to like what we were talking about earlier, where it's like, I need something that feels kind of comfortable enough that I can wear it, you know, when I'm working from home, when I'm doing content and shows, but also I can run out and wear this top also. And it's like, cool, I just throw on jeans or I throw on a jacket. So yeah, that's basically, I think, beginner tips and stuff, but it's fun, and like, I don't know, have fun with it. Like make sure it stays fun for you, and that I think clothes are like a big opportunity and a cool opportunity for like self-expression, and like that's what I really love about fashion. Like I've always loved shopping and clothes and I don't know, building my style and stuff. So I think it's a cool opportunity for you to like engage in a hobby. I think a lot of times we don't want to call like fashion and shopping a hobby because you have to spend money, but newsflash, every hobby costs money, because unless you're just going to go outside and go for a walk, you're probably paying some money for something. So yeah, definitely like find ways to have fun with it. Books and magazines, also great resource, and also like shows or YouTube channels. Like there's this woman who, she's like, oh my God, I want a fashion show so badly. And honestly, her style is not really my style, but I still like her like tips and vibe. Her name's Kenzie Welch, and she's like way more like prep leaning, but like people who are also outside your style can have good tips or things that can incorporate into your style. So I think definitely have people that you like, that's your vibe, but also check out what's going on outside of your circle, because maybe you can take one of those ideas and then make it into your style, which I think is like, that's when you reach S tier fashion knowledge. You can see something and then like incorporate it, which I definitely still can't do, but I like to work towards it.
Yeah.
I like
also, if you are,
that's cool. Counting
yeah,
up to
that's
seven.
I hadn't heard that
before.
one. That's fun. And then one more, if you think that you're ready to spend at least a little bit of money, there are at like Nordstrom and sometimes even at little boutiques, there will be like people who will do a style session with you. I think the expectation is that you are supposed to buy something at the end of it. So, you know, it may be a little tougher to go in if you're not ready to spend anything. But I did that once at a boutique, and I cannot remember the name of it, unfortunately. Oh, no, I can. Horseshoe Boutique in Ballard. And yeah, like I picked out a couple of things and they were like, hey, would you like us to just grab you some other things we think will look good on you? And I was like, heck yeah, that sounds awesome. And they just brought me like, I don't know, 5 or 6 other things. And I ended up really liking one of their suggestions. And it was just a cool experience to like, I don't know, have someone else look at you and look at, especially because I think I'd only picked out 2 things. And then of course I was wearing whatever I was wearing. For them to like see that and then be able to come up with a vibe for you based off of that was really cool. I don't know if everyone's good at it, but they were. So worth a shot.
That sounds really fun. I've been wanting to do that too. Like, well, not necessarily like an in-person one, because haven't researched that, but there's a woman that I follow on TikTok and Instagram, and she's a stylist, like a personal stylist, and she'll do style boxes for like, I think only a little bit north of $100, and she'll give you like you send like Pinterest boards and your measurements, and she'll just thrift hunt for you and pull pieces that are like,
oh, cool,
fitting your vibe. And I want to like do that eventually, just to be like, oh, it's kind of like just, I don't know, it adds a bit of variety to it. So I think that is a fun way to like shake things up and make it less of a like, now I'm working and trying to find a pair of jeans that I don't hate. Jean shopping is the worst because all of the sizing is different. Like, I think also don't be afraid to have to go in that fitting room like 12 times, because I was in that Levi outlet store wearing those fucking workers down and I felt so bad, but I needed to find a pair of jeans that fit, and it was really hard.
And sometimes a brand just straight up does not work for you. So don't feel bad about that either. Like there's some brands where I'm like, I'm no size in this brand. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's actually universal with jeans. Jeans are terrible. All right. I think that's our show.
Boo.
Yeah?
Yay!
Boo!
Wahoo!
Wahoo! Thank you everyone for listening to Pew Pew Bang. And don't forget that if you would like an ad-free version of the podcast, you can join at the $5 a month tier at patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's. And as a bonus, you will also get our new pre-show segment called Sarah's Loaded Gun, where every week Sarah brings us a loaded question to talk about before the show. It's kind of like our warm-up, and it often gets quite chaotic and rarely stays on topic, to be honest. So it's fun. Anyways, as always, there's no obligation to financially support the show. It'll always be free. We appreciate you being here. And then Haley and Sarah, you mentioned this earlier in the episode, and it might be kind of old news by the time this airs, but you guys are doing a Silent Hill F playthrough together on MinnMax's channel.
Yes, it'll be also be on the YouTube. So if you want to watch the old VODs.
Yeah, so go
on the MinnMax YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Go check that out if you want to see the two non-wimps play some horror games.
And
I
but
don't want to
I
be
feel
there. 2 out of 3 non-wimps. I'm a wimp.
We use the Pew Pew Bang.
Thank you for removing me from the wimps.
We use the Pew Pew Bang screen for
Overlay?
them.
Ooh,
yeah,
yay!
overlay.
Oh, really? Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah.
That's
PEWPEWBANG
great.
super
That's
episode.
good. I like that. Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening to our show. Tell a friend if you think that our level of chaos is up their alley. We are always reading feedback you send our way and always looking for more people. Should we mention that we've been nominated for
Yeah.
a podcast award?
Yeah, I don't
do
see
it.
why not.
Yeah. It might be old news by the time this airs. I kind of forget.
I'll post it at some point. I'll
It's
post it
new
today,
news to
probably tomorrow.
us.
It's new news to us.
Even
And
though
Ben thought it
was
was a
posted
scam.
like 2 weeks ago and we didn't even know it.
We didn't even
Ben-
notice.
They didn't tag
Ben
us.
thought
on
it was a
the-
scam because why would he believe that we've been nominated for a podcast award, you know?
Bad look for Ben. Ooh.
Yeah. Janet, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, it's the Astro Awards. So shout out to them for putting up the show and all y'all for like listening and, you know, getting it on people's radar. But we are nominated for Best Game Podcast alongside several other shows. The other nominees are Nerd of Mouth, The Besties, and The Puzzler with A.J. Jacobs or A.F. Jacobs, sorry, fonts. But yeah, we're in there. And then boom, Pew Pew Bang. So shout out to that. It feels amazing to be MinnMax's award nominated show.
Yeah.
Maybe award winning. We'll
That
see.
feels amazing.
We'll see. So yeah, that's like incredibly exciting. Like I personally have never been on a podcast that's been like nominated for an award until this
I
one.
didn't even know they did
So-
that. I didn't even know they were around.
Yeah, I kind of like, I guess tangentially knew they did that, but not in a real sense. I didn't know that was something I could expect in my life. So,
Yeah.
so thank you to whoever nominated us. Maybe it was lots of you.
Maybe.
Anyways, you can find us on social media at pewpewbang.bluesky.social, and Instagram and TikTok at pewpewbangpod. Although we've been a little not so good at posting on those.
I've been really
last
busy.
two.
That's my fault.
Yeah,
But I'll be
well,
back
it's-
after I'm married.
It's all of our
so-
faults. It's all of our faults.
Yeah, but it was my job, so you're really sweet for taking taking that.
Well, but one of us like could have stepped up, you know, and been like, Janet's really busy.
Yeah,
I started
I'll be
posting on
back.
Blue Sky a little more, but that's about it. That's as much as I.
We'll be
took
back with
on,
a
so.
vengeance.
We'll
I'm
be
really
back with
excited
a
to do some
vengeance.
chaotic posts, so I'm looking forward to having
Perfect.
some time back.
All right, that's the end of our show. Our really creepy, terrifying moms are coming to pick us up from the sleepover.
Are they 2 lady Demetruses?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll
My
get in the car.
dream.
I'll get in.
Someone's mom's coming to pick us up, you know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding.
Bye.
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 If you liked this, you can catch more of us on MinnMax's other content like the MinnMax Show podcast, our Unhinged community voted series, New Show Plus, Deepest Dive game clubs on new and retro games, and a whole lot more. It's all Patreon supported, so if you enjoy the show, please consider checking out those benefits, clicking around to our other shows, or telling a friend about Pew Pew Bang. Thanks a bunch.